It feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Hopefully, you guys are all blessed. Hopefully, you guys are all well. Liverpool are 11 points clear, man. We're chilling. We're vibes in. Tonight, we're going to chop it up, man. I've got a couple of the guys jumping in as well, so should be fun. We got G should be joining, Sav should be joining, and Mike. Those are the four for tonight. Big up, Mike, for jumping in, bro. Appreciate it.
Big up. Big up. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Rejoice. Rejoice.
No, we're chilling, man. We're just vibes in tonight, man. 11 points clear of our title challengers. It's going to be an interesting rest of the season, bro. 11 games left. Sav is in the building now. Big up to Sav.
I'll do all that.
Yeah, good, man.
I like Mike and that. Teddy and that. I ain't forgiven you for what you did to Franklin, bro. Snowfall and that. Yeah,
Teddy
man.
from Snowfall. Mike,
you gotta Google it if you don't know. You're from LA and that, innit? You know what I mean?
Oh, are you talking about GTA?
No. Snowfall.
Jesus Christ, Mike. No.
I never got into Snowfall. I tried watching it and I watched the first season. I'm just like, this isn't for me. But I know what you're talking about. I know that show. I just couldn't get into it.
I need to go and get a picture. I'm sure people must have said it because I've been on streams and people said it. It must have just gone over your head.
It definitely has, because I don't remember anything about that show. Do I look like one of the characters or something?
Google Teddy in it. Everyone knows.
Yeah, Google Teddy.
Oh, you're talking about the CIA guy in I don't look like Teddy. Come on.
So, Mike, send me a picture of you and I'll do the correlation and I'll put it up and let people vote.
All right.
Yeah,
big
I'll
up.
let people vote. I'll let people vote and see what they say.
Big up. Now I have to pull up this guy's picture. Give me a sec. Teddy.
No, we'll wait. We ain't even gonna do
all right. A little bit. It's just the mustache. If you take away the mustache, I look nothing like this dude.
Yeah,
but I've seen you without yours, and he's in the series. He doesn't have it as well. I don't even think it's the mustache, bro.
I've always had this mustache. I've just had a beard at times.
Oh yeah, you had the mad beard, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, I haven't shaved my mustache in 5 years. I haven't had a clean face in 5 years.
Let me make it bigger until G tries to join, because he's taking his sweet time. But listen, man, hey, 11 points clear. Arsenal in the mud right now. I see a couple of their fans just crying. I'm seeing them doing different titles and different league title setups if they had the wins here, and if they had the no red cards there, and if the referees were on their side. I've seen so much stuff being said. I've seen us lose our mind when we drew against Villa. I've seen so much over the last few days, but now we're back on a positive track. We've won again, and we're 11 points clear, bro. And I'm just sitting there going, 11 games with 11 points. I don't know, bro. I'm on that stage now where I know we're gonna win the league. Said it from the start, but at the same time, bro, I'm just like, okay, it's Liverpool though, isn't it?
No.
It's Liverpool though, isn't it? Yeah, you know one of them ones is Liverpool though.
No, because the Liverpool you're thinking about is Liverpool versus elite Man City. This is Arsenal, bro. It's over, bro.
Yeah. I think we can finish on a maximum of 97, but I don't even think that we're going to need to break 90. Like I don't think we need to hit 90 points, which means that in theory you could drop 7. But I don't even see where we drop 7 from here. Like we've got Newcastle at home, then Southampton. It's Newcastle, then Southampton, and then it's like 4 straight games against mid-table to low-table clubs. Then it's Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. We finish against Crystal Palace. Like this was the game where you were thinking to yourself, all right, if there's going to be any sort of hiccup, it would be against the City that's in the slumps, but they turn up for this game. City didn't turn up. We were cool. We were easy. Arne Slot completely changed his game plan for the day, and we won 2-0. And that's 4-0 over 180 minutes against the reigning champions of England. Like, that's what's more impressive to me. It's not even just today's result. It's the fact that we took 6 points from them this season, and we did it with a 4-0 over 180 minutes. beyond impressive. I don't care how poor form they're in.
Sam, talk to me, man. 2-0, clean sheet. The man them said, hey, have the ball, man. We'll just put the ball in the back of the net. You man can, you know what I mean, pass it about and that. But here, what we're going to do when we get it, we're going to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's what I saw today.
Yeah. The game kind of went how I expected it. I mean, I didn't expect to be under the cosh as long as we were in the second half, but I did expect the game to go exactly like that. When I speak to my son before the game, I said, it just needs to be clinical and we'll beat them. I don't want to take away anything from what we done on the pitch, but they're a poor City side in it, and you just don't know which one's going to turn up is the main thing. But I don't know. People think it's disrespectful if I'm not that worried about City, but it's not disrespect. It's just I've got eyes and I've watched football this season. I seen them get punched up by Madrid in a couple of minutes, and I was like, yeah, we'll kill these lot, bro. Like we could have done more. Slot set his tactics out, worked perfectly. And yeah, Pep Guardiola's tactics weren't even bad, but he kind of failed a bit because what he was trying to do with the wingers was right. You can't do that with no striker in the middle. What's the point? He was just squaring the ball to nobody, to Konate and Virgil. And I don't know, man. Some of their top players have got older. That's fair enough. That happens. Some of them are just, I don't know what they've been doing. Foden. You know what I mean, he's getting away with murder, he is, but all right. You know what I mean? I had arguments with people online about him just not saying he was world class. I think he's a really good player, but a season and a half ago, it's like, oh, he's world class. I don't think he is, bro. Finished Premier League player of the season last season. I told everyone he played half of the season good last year. Now he's missing. And we just did our job, bro. And everyone grafted, bro. You know what I mean? Everyone wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? But they all grafted. They moved as a team today. Sometimes there's individual mistakes and all that stuff, but everyone just backed everyone up. And where somebody was, I don't know, where some people had frailties, there'll be somebody else, another player who's better at that attribute, and they would back it up for each other. And I think that worked out perfect, man. And we just knew what we was doing. There's simple instructions, get the job done. 2-0.
Speaking of players, there's just two quick things I want to say. First, the SZOBOSZLAI touch on the first goal, the precision with the outside of his foot to lay that perfectly to Mo Salah, people are just going to look past it and be like, what a shot. That touch is absurd, right? Second, fantastic goal. Also his work rate today, unbelievable. Second, people are saying that Trent got cooked today. First off, Trent played a beautiful ball into Salah to score us a goal. But I think that's so disingenuous based on the way that we set up. We clearly were like, we will let Savio and we will let Doku cut as much as they want to the byline. Like you can run past us all you like because we don't back your ability to get the ball back into the middle. So it looks like he's getting cooked. He gets the stat of dribbling past him 10 times, but it doesn't mean anything because that was clearly by design. Like Trent was clearly not going after the ball. He was just playing him into spaces. Like I'll be the first person to criticize Trent, and Enz knows that. But I think that today, anything that's cooked on Robbo or Trent was clearly Arne Slot telling them, we're going to pack the box. So as long as they don't beat you and cut inside to put one top bins, let them run to the byline because it's the exact same thing that we did. What was it? October when we played them at Anfield? It was the same narrative. Doku, Cook, and Trent, but we won 2-0. Oh, but if Doku had end product, maybe we would have done something. We did the same thing to you in 180 minutes and you weren't able to unlock it. So I don't think anyone should be going after Trent saying he had a bad game, saying that he got cooked, because clearly that was his job today. It was to usher him to the byline, Konate clear. I mean, what are you going to do off of a corner? Absolutely nothing. And, Virgil and Konate had to perform perfectly for that game plan to work, and they did today. So for once, I'm going to defend Trent and say, no one should be laying anything on him because he did exactly what he was told to do.
He's getting murdered everywhere on the internet.
I'm like, if you're criticizing him, you clearly don't know ball because like City's game plan was simple. It was the same thing as the first game. Doku, Savio out wide whole time. We were like, we know exactly what you're going to do. We're not going to try to play possession football. We'll hit you on the break because you can't handle it. And we back our center backs to clear the dusty Doku crosses, and listen, Savio's unbelievable. He can cook anybody in the world, but the biggest criticism of him is his end product. Like it's a lot like Doku. Savio just needs to grow into himself a little bit more. I think he has more potential, but for some reason they just decided to favor Doku for the whole game. Like Savio had like what 6-7 runs and that was it. That was his whole game. I think he had the one where he got in behind, but then he dribbled it out of bounds. You know, Doku's been doing this with everybody, but he doesn't provide anything. So it's like, no shit, Trent's going to let him cook him because Konate's there to clean up, or SZOBOSLAI's there to clean up. So, you know, for once, I don't think anyone should be going out.
There is a point to what Mike's saying still. I think there's parts further away from the box with Trent and Robbo where they were sticking their foot in and getting some tackles in or being a bit more aggressive. But as soon as it got by the box, it was almost like, yeah, we're just going to run you into this. We're going to run you into this path here where Konate is standing you up. Because Trent and Robbo, once somebody gets past them or side on trying to tackle, bro, I'm telling you, bro, if they tried, there would have been a penalty at some point.
Yeah.
100%. But you're
they
running
never
into
did.
Exactly. When you're cutting in now, you're running into Konate and Virgil face on, but you're not going to get the ball past them. And once they realise that Foden is not going to go into the box, he's staying on the edge, they were just, all right, we'll just take it from here. Not to mention, we were doing the numbers game, so you had Salah and Diaz coming back to help out as well. And so I think Salah did great with that. By the way,
Diaz was playing left back. Diaz was holding Robertson's hand.
That's what I was about to say. It's definitely a tactic because Salah and Diaz was both doing it. And not to say that, especially Diaz, he normally works pretty hard anyway, but it was different. And Salah was working at his game. I seen Salah throwing tackles into these guys, bro. So, yeah, man, I can't lie, bro. Like, I know people are going to disagree. It's fine. But I think that might be the best Salah performance I've seen this season. I know because I'm not always looking at, we scored 2 goals today, so that means he was great. All round, he did everything. His first touch was perfect every time.
No, it was.
He was cold. He was aggressive. I think the refs don't help Salah out much because he's pretty strong in it.
Mm-hmm.
So they just let him get dragged around, and then there's no free kick. So sometimes it looks like Salah, how have you lost the ball? I'm like, bro, they're dragging this guy's arm away, bro. What is he supposed to do?
Did you see the way he cooked Gvardiol on second goal? I don't know if you guys have rewatched it at all.
Yeah.
But he lays it off to Trent and he just he stops moving for half a second. Gvardiol is 1 step in front of him. The second Gvardiol gets in front of him, he's boom, I'm gone. Trent plays it behind.
Do you know what, Mike? I want to speak on. I want to give him his own minute to speak on it.
That Gvardiol, I told you already though, he's not a defender, bro. I told you, bro.
Yeah, I want to talk about the shape though, lads, man, because you guys were kind of chopping that up as well. But the shape that we went with today, it was like a 4-2-4, wasn't it? We had 2 10s, 2 wingers, 2 holding midfielders, and then the 4 at the back. And it just felt like, because we had no one up front, it felt like their defenders didn't know who to go and mark. Their midfielders was like, so who do we go to in the midfield? Because they're not strikers, but they're not really staying in the mid. I think Man City was just confused about what to do from a defensive shape. Like they was like, if we push these guys forward, are they going to leave the 4 up top? And if they leave the 4 matching against our 4, like it was a tactical battle between the two guys.
They do that to teams sometimes. Especially when it goes to the 4-2-2-2. They that's how they play all the time. So we got them.
I mean, I thought at the end of the game, I think through the first half, it was a combination of that 4-2-2-2 and the 4-2-4. But for the majority of the second half, towards the end of the game, once the 65th minute mark hit, I saw it more as like a 4-4-2, or if anything, almost like a 4-6. It was pretty much like we were playing with the back 4, and Salah would be the only guy who was up, and everyone else, including Luis Diaz, it was almost like even like a 4-5-1.
Yeah. The second half, when there was like 25 minutes left, there was no one up top. It was just everyone was back.
Nope, everyone was back, and which is like that's what you want when you're up 2-0. Like,
and you know where we saw that before, innit? That same thing. Arsenal preseason, same thing. Second half of the Arsenal game. Remember, we're just back against the wall defending. That's how it was, exactly the same.
They couldn't break us down. They were just like, what do we do in that moment? But look, I want to take you guys' attention to these lot in here, yeah, because a lot's been said about these 4 in particular, right? So Gravenberch, McAllister, Sobo, and Jones. Start the season, no one kind of gave Jones his, thing, and SZOBOSLAI was just like, meaty. By the time Gravenberch, no one wanted it anyway, and McAllister was kind of the only standout. But I think, when we were saying, I think, was it the last stream we did, Sav, right? And we was like, maybe we have to just try something different.
Yep.
Because I think everyone's kind of figured out the way we're playing. So
Mm-hmm.
we as we have to find something different now to counteract what everyone else thinks about us. And maybe I know we tried it once in the Villa game, obviously. We drew that one. You probably say those are the teething issues, didn't work out properly. Maybe the combinations wasn't right.
Yeah.
But we had enough chances in that to win that game as well, didn't we?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But these four in particular, especially like Sobo as one, I'll give him his flowers in a minute as well. But these four, I think if we play this, I think that will then nullify a lot of the teams we play against, because we will just give them the ball at times and just hit them on a counter. And I don't know if they could live with that. What are you guys thinking?
The weird thing is that it's been a lot of when SZOBOSZLAI's form was down, Jones is the guy. Then when Jones was down, and really, it's trying to get them on the pitch at the same time. It's not usually possible because you got McAllister and Gravenberch who are dead on going to play all the time in it, and that spot's always been up for grabs. But as you see, when they're both on the pitch together, with SZOBOSZLAI's work rate and Jones being controlling, because there was times when you could see they were so tempted to break away from what Slot told them to do, just to attack when they got the ball, and they gave it to Jones and said, "Nah, brother, that's not what we're meant to do, bro." And it just settled the team down straight away. And it's like, yeah, what are you rushing for? Because at 2-0, you lose the ball to City to score one goal, and all of a sudden the crowd gets on. You saw what they were like when our goal got disallowed, how their crowd changed quickly. And then all of a sudden...
And then they almost scored. Marmoush
straight away. So I was like, yeah, you do need someone to control. I think you're right, bro. And obviously, I've always said that, for me, Jones, especially with intent, is the best presser of the ball we've got. And SZOBOSZLAI's energy when he's pressing the ball as well. It's horrible for them to do. Do you not see they kept tripping up on the ball, bro?
But Jones did make a mistake today. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, 60 seconds into the game, our press forced a turnover. Jones got the ball. He had an easy play into SZOBOSZLAI on his left, right past Kusanov. He held on to it. I mean, I'm nitpicking there, but I'm like, you got to see that pass. When you pick up the ball in that space, 60 seconds into a game, SZOBOSZLAI would have been through on goal. But outside of that one moment, I thought he was brilliant. My only thing with this is just, I think that this works great against teams that will play football against us. But I don't think, but also I don't think that we've really had extensive issues against poor quality sides. Like Everton, that's its own little debacle. Villa, that's its own little debacle. I know that we got bullied against Newcastle, but again, an error that we made is the reason why we ended up drawing that game. It's not even like we lost. To be honest, I think the only thing that could make this better would be Cody Gakpo on the left instead of Luis Diaz. But, given our lack of striker right now, I don't care who we're playing, I would go with this because of the fact that I don't have a 9 that could start every game and depend on, we can't depend on Jota to play 90 minutes week in, week out. We can't depend on Darwin Núñez to hit a tap in. So I would rather see this box 4 that's going to create opportunities for Mo and Gakpo than to, stick Núñez in there and have him just miss chances. But today it worked brilliantly.
If Salah wasn't in our team, you wouldn't play this, would you? Because
no.
Someone who's always going to finish. But I think Benz is right. It's not a formation you need to play every game. But when you look back to the games, especially the ones that we got bullied in Everton and Newcastle, it negates it straight away in the midfield, especially the Newcastle one. With their 3 midfielders, one, you outnumber them, you can double up on players then. I agree with Mike. Gakpo for the goals and what he offers going forward to match up Salah on the other side, but his work rate's not as high as the other. So you would have one of them would get subbed on at some point, maybe with half an hour left in the game. But yeah, I think you're right, man. It worked out perfect, and I noticed as well that it didn't feel like Konate and Virgil trying to fizz the ball into Gravenberch on purpose. Because I think that's what Man City was waiting for. Get the ball when the ball goes into Grav. If he's not going to run with it, his passing's not going to be the best. He's not going to fizz it into anyone. And they just passed it out to the wings and said, "Nah, we'll just leave you there, bro." It worked out perfect.
We City were going wide. We had an infatuation with going wide in this game. Every time we built out of the back, we went wide. We were never ever building through Gravenberch and McAllister, which I think caught City off guard. We were always going wide, whether it was a ball in behind or whether it was a triangle on the edge of the pitch. Like when I say wide, it's just we're focusing on one channel. We're not building up through the middle. Obviously, through transition, I'm sure that there were spells in the game, but it looked like it was get the ball to Robbo or get the ball to Trent, Diaz or Salah, drop deep. You drop deep. Okay, now get the ball to SZOBOSZLAI. Great. SZOBOSZLAI, now you kick it into Mo or McAllister, you kick to Diaz. And we were basically just working triangles on each end of the pitch. And we were just leaving the middle for them to, kind of just exist as a no man's land, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you not see the interviews after the game?
I saw the Sobo and
I was creasing because when it was on about the corner, Salah said that wasn't supposed to happen. That's what I was laughing at. He was like, the guy was like, "Oh, congratulations, SZOBOSZLAI, the corner," and then the both just started laughing. It's like, yeah, it wasn't supposed to go into that spot.
To me, I was gonna say that, bro, because it looked like just straight up improv. Like it literally looked like McAllister saw him, and then SZOBOSZLAI was like, "All right, I don't have anything to do." I don't know if you guys heard this, but on the US broadcast, they were talking about how right now we don't have a set piece coach because our Dutch set piece coach is waiting on a worker's visa. So the reason why I think
that's the Donny that I heard that there was one guy that couldn't get a work visa. That's who couldn't get it.
It's the set piece coach. So we haven't had a set piece coach all season, which is why I think
some information still like work from the laptop.
But like when you really think about it, it's like, okay, look at all the set pieces that we've scored this season from corners. They all look like improv. Like the one against the one against Real Madrid, the one against Leverkusen, the one today. It's just like, all right, in the moment, they're like, all right, let's go short with it. Boom, 1-2, Robbo flick it in. Or I'm just gonna pick out SZOBOSZLAI, just try to put it into the center. Boom, goal.
They said they worked on it yesterday as well. It was something they tried yesterday, and then they run it today. And
because it seemed like Trent's not on them anymore, really. Took them all off.
McAllister takes all of them.
Yeah. I'm with White, man. I knew this anyway because obviously I played football and normally when you're taking a corner, everyone, when you're a kid, you're growing up, you see the player put their hand up when they're taking a corner. You just copy them, but it's a signal, isn't it? There's a signal for certain things. But I'm watching McAllister and I'm like, bro, this kid
never does it.
The same hand signal up and the ball's going in different places, bro. You do not know what you do. You're just hitting it into a face, bro. But today's one, I could see that he meant it, bro. But no, man.
So we got the 4 across I've highlighted, right? So Salah, Sobo, Jones, and Diaz. I know, Mike, you're saying Cody there instead of Diaz. I somewhat agree to an extent, but at the same time, I can see what Diaz offers in the team as well. And defensively, and I think he is a problem as well. Whether or not, as fans, we go, yeah, he's doing enough. I think you could see from the players, expressions on the pitch and because if they didn't rate him, they'll just leave him free, right? They wouldn't double up. They would just leave him out there. Do you think
he should have had a goal today? Trent missed him. Trent. I'm not even talking about the shot. Trent got into the box, and he should have cut it back to Luis Diaz. Yeah. But he tried to go hard and low across the cut back and let the goal.
Started with Trent.
Well, look, Diaz, he's there at the moment. Cody's been injured, so Diaz is kind of, taking the reins for the time being. Whether or not Cody jumps back in because he's now back fit, I don't know. Maybe they just keep this one and see how it goes in the Newcastle game. But just looking at that, like every time Sobo got the ball, you could see he was just holding it up, and then the 2 wide men would then go. And that I think that from that point, I realized that the Man City backline, they were struggling because the two centre backs was like, if we press up against Jones and Sobo, then you fullbacks have to then come high with us as well. If we go. But then when you go high, then Diaz and Salah will just run in behind. And they just getting caught in 2 minds. And then you started seeing them drop off. And that's when you seen Jones and Sobo, when they picked it up in those half spaces, they had so much time because they were so worried about the threats in behind from Salah and Diaz if they went too high up and pressed up against them. So this 4, for me, I think it worked perfectly today. If you obviously add, I don't know who else you can add in there. I don't know if you take Jones out, maybe Elliot. I don't know what you'd want to do to change it up if you wanted to kind of change it up for a next game. Maybe Cody for Diaz. But Savvy's right, man. If you take Cody, doesn't do I'm not saying he doesn't defend, obviously, but he doesn't.
He does, but his attributes are better going another way because you saw even when he came on in it. He come on today.
I mean,
yeah, he come on.
Yeah, out of it,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
My brother just stayed on the bench, bro.
Well, I mean, listen, I think he just came on to save Luis Diaz's legs.
Yeah, I hear it. He just looked lost, though. He just looked
Yeah,
completely lost. 'Cause
it
that's
just
not the kind of yeah.
when he came on, that was when we switched to like a 4-4-2, and Cody was basically the second outlet. Like Salah was deeper than Cody,
exactly.
and Cody
Where,
was
like,
high. Cody
if he
was
was
just the outlet
fit,
ball.
if he was completely fit and this game still happened, I would still start Diaz. No, I'd start Gakpo and then bring Diaz on when we started to defend.
I mean,
That's how I would do it.
the reason why I like this, the more I think about it, is because if SZOBOSLAI is on it like he was today, and he's getting in behind, he's probably, like, when it comes to technical ball strikers, he's probably our best technical ball striker in the team. And if he can get into those positions and shoot more often, because there were even times today where I'm sitting there and I'm just saying, shoot it. Like, stop looking for the pass. Stop trying to find the guy who's making the overlap. You're in front of the box. I know you can shoot. Shoot. If he starts taking more shots, he can. I mean, essentially, you can sacrifice the 9 because Salah is basically a striker. If Cody Gakpo is in there, he's basically a striker. And if SZOBOSLAI occupies that space, I trust him in the box to either put it in the back of the net or lay it off to somebody. And which is why I think something like this could work, because he's so good technically on the ball when it comes to striking. But I need him to start shooting more. I need more goals from him because he can do it, and he's just not. He's not. Like, there was one moment in the game, I think it was directly off of a turnover, and I think it was Luis Diaz played it into SZOBOSLAI, and then SZOBOSLAI got past Kusanov and is right on the edge of the box, and then he decided to cut it back to Luis Diaz and then went out for a corner. But, like, just shoot it. Just try to curl it far post. You're fine. Just take the shot. And then, of course, the one time he takes the shot today, goal. Perfectly placed shot through the legs.
Big up to the chat, but Mike saying, do we use his tactics against PSG or Diaz in a false 9 role again? I think you could probably still use this and then put him in it and take Jones out and put Diaz in that role. For an example, if you wanted to go Cody on the other side, you can put Diaz, where Jones is, and then put Cody in where Diaz is.
Wherever you have a PSG's, their attack's way more unpredictable than City's.
Yeah. They have pacey wingers, and their pacey wingers actually have end product, whereas City's have not proven to have consistent end product. But I would still go with this. I don't like the false 9. I thought that our build-up looked way better today. I thought we were actually playing triangles in transition, which is something that I think we lack when we play the false 9. And when we play the false 9, we depend on suffocating the opponent. But again, how often do we do that successfully? Like Bayer Leverkusen, we did it properly. We were suffocating them. They had nothing to offer, but they were also they came to play pragmatic football. I don't think PSG are going to come to Anfield to play pragmatic football. So I don't think that the false 9 will work. I would rather see this. Let Luis Diaz start the game or Cody Gakpo. I'm indifferent to it. If anything, I would say, you know what, you're probably right. Have Luis Diaz double up on Dembele to help Robertson because he doesn't have the legs. Cody can come on at the second half or whatever. But with the way that this worked today, kill the false 9. Go with this. I trust this way more than the false 9 because I've only seen that work once, and it was a 4-0.
What did you guys make of the back four today, man? Obviously, we kind of spoke about Trent, Robbo, with Savinho, and obviously Doku. All the jinkies in the world, but no end product at the end of it. Yeah. And then Virgil and Konate, because Foden, as Mike said, and Savi, weren't making runs in the box, so it was like just light work for these men at the back. And I think that's what we've kind of been asking for, is where if we just let the fullback stay back and just allow and go and trust the other guys to go and do their job, I think that nullifies a lot of the teams we play against. Obviously, City's not in this great form. Doku's is a very good player, but no end product. Savinho's, getting there. He's a good player, but still fresh in it. So he's still got a lot to kind of learn and do. But do we need to just let these guys just be defenders for the remaining 11 games? Or we have to just keep switching and maybe Trent does the little inverted thing at times? Or do we just go, nah, you man, just back
I would
four.
have Trent orchestrate in that half of the pitch, man. He doesn't always need to be in the other half because I think Robbo does that anyway, even though he's up and down most of the time. They kept Trent back a lot more today. And he worked out, man. It worked out perfect, bro. You know what I mean? You don't want Trent having to run back at pacey wingers, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he does have that wishful thinking sometimes, where it's like, okay, I'm halfway back, but Konate will deal with it. He might not. So you need to get your ass back there on it. But yeah, man, I think just it depends how our slot sets up on it, because sometimes, depending on how creative the team's playing or how creative they are, don't need Trent to be a creator on it. And that should just be how it is. That's how I would want it to go anyway. Obviously, I'm not the manager, but I always thought, like, amazing for what Trent's done in the past with being the main creator in the team and stuff. But once you get midfielders that can do it, you don't need him to do it as much. Might not be fun for him, but I don't care about him.
Yeah.
I want to win the game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if we've learned anything with Trent's defending this season, it's that his best, like the best defensive performances that we have are when Trent is in the position to usher the player to the byline. Like Trent's he's not winning 50-50s, he's not winning duels, he's not winning tackles, he's not winning possession, but he's basically he's a body to prevent you from cutting back and getting to the top of the box. That's it. Like, he's forcing you down to the byline. And we trust Konate and Virgil and Gravenberch to intercept it or crowd the box, make it difficult, and then that would require a perfect pass. And if you beat us from that point, I'm fair play. Like, sometimes you just get beat. But as long as we're able to do that, even with Robertson on the other side today, just usher him to the byline and let him kick it into Virgil, because they'll be in position if the frame is there. It's when chaos comes, like we saw against Villa, like we saw against Everton, where, like, you kind of have to throw the shape out of the window. Like, there's not much I can really critique when we have 5 straight headers in the box. Like, what am I going to do? Oh, you should have been 3 yards this way. Or, oh, no, you should push it out 5 yards this way. Like, everyone's ball watching. You can't have structure in a chaotic set piece. So yeah, I mean, I would love to see this style continue. Also, when Endo came on, Trent pretty much went into midfield. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Endo came on, went to right back, and Trent was just basically playing like a central right back position. He was basically where Gravenberch is on this screen. Gravenberch was in front of him, and then Endo was playing right back. And then obviously Trent came off for Kwanzaa, and then Kwanzaa went there, and then Endo switched with where Trent was. But, you know, we're starting to see a little bit of malleability when the structure is there, and the structure was there for the whole game.
Yeah, Endo wasn't on the pitch for long, but you could see the relief on the player's face when he got on the pitch.
He was winning tackles.
You just know what he's coming on to do, innit? He's coming on to work, clamp, play it. That's all he's coming on to do. Tackle,
sacrifice the body.
Tackle, pass.
That's why he wears a mouth guard. He's the only player I've ever seen in the history of this sport to wear a mouth guard, and I see why. Because he just throws his body at the ball.
Nah, that's crazy, man. But even like Sobo, obviously, he's not going to probably get a lot of the credit because obviously we'll go on tomorrow in a second. But Sobo today as well, man, got a goal and an assist, bro. Made the right decisions. And today we saw what an actual square looks like, bro. You know what I mean? Even though Sobo was offside and then gave Curtis the tap in. That's what a square looks like, guys, yeah? Not the one we saw the other day. But ran his ass off. Good decisions, strong in his tackling. Great decisions. Even that there was moments in the last bit of the game as well, running back, was up top and then ran all the way back to come and make a tackle in the dying minutes. Look, I know a lot's been said about him. We do expect more goals. We do expect more assists from him. But I don't know, man. He just offers something to the team. And sometimes the metrics don't really show it because obviously we want to see the goals. We want to see the assists, don't we? We want to see that creativity. We want to see the good decision making. But sometimes, man, some of the stuff he does, and he offers that balance to this midfield. And maybe we ask for him to go and play maybe a bit further back and maybe put McAllister, because I'm there for it as well, with McAllister going into that 10 spot as well. But at the same time, man, like games like today are just like, I can see why, man. I can see why this guy is in the team. I can see why he plays.
There's a reason he's the only guy who has started there consistently. Like, there's a reason why Slot plays him every single week. And there's a reason why when we didn't have him for that stretch, we looked more poor than we did with him. Like, regardless of how he performs, when he's in the team, we look better. Whether he's having a bad game or a good game in our eyes, the whole team looks better. And I don't see any other player on our team sheet who Slot would put in the 10. So regardless of what I even think he has to be the guy because no one else has proven, at least to the manager, that they're capable of playing in that position. And if he plays like he did today, I don't know what more you would want from a 10. He does it offensively and he does it defensively. You're getting the best of both worlds. Now it's just a matter of not running him into the ground.
I think he runs himself into the ground. He sprints everywhere, man. He sprints absolutely everywhere. There's no jogging involved at any point, bro. For me, it's not really goals and assists. It's quality on the ball because I think he does everything else fine. I think he lacks quality on the ball a lot of the times, and it's only annoying because I've seen his quality on the ball. If I didn't, wouldn't ask it of him. And his decision making, and the better he gets with his decision making, you know what I mean, there'll be more end product and stuff. And we've seen it in the last couple of weeks, to be honest. And obviously he's getting a couple of goals and assists and that as well. I like him, man. His work rate's it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, man. But I don't know, man. Just play your game, calm down a little bit in moments, pick your times, pick your passes, and fucking shoot. You know what I mean?
Just shoot more. He can hit those from outside the box. I'm telling you, like he is the best striker. Him and Cody Gakpo, I think, are the two best strikers of the ball in the team. And I think SZOBOSZLAI is just I think SZOBOSZLAI is another level above Cody. And
if he starts offering that late run into the box, that Lampard Gerrard run, long day for everyone.
He was also unlucky today. Like, you know, again, if you watch back the offside goal, he's making the run perfectly. And Kusanov, if you only watch him, he sees it and he moves up.
Yeah,
like,
smart.
It was a brilliant play by that guy who made a mistake earlier by not closing him down, and then he got nutmegged with the shot. But if he doesn't step up, that's in. He read it, and I don't blame anybody. Like, there's nothing that we could have done to change that. Gravenberch had to make a half turn. He had to see SZOBOSZLAI. He had to play it. SZOBOSZLAI had to run. The City guy was just half a second earlier, and that's just unlucky. But the fact that he was getting into those positions, or throughout any of the buildups, if Salah was isolated, Salah was able to find SZOBOSZLAI. And then once SZOBOSZLAI got it, he was able to find the next guy. Playing triangles, like something I've been begging for. Like, if we're going to go to the wing, have someone close, compact, even if it's just three players, play a compact three, and then, you know, I mean, you saw it. The second SZOBOSZLAI would get the ball, he could just take a half turn to his right and kick it all the way across because there's no midfield against us. And then boom, we're on a run down the whole other wing. And then if we have to, we'll just do the same thing. We'll kick it back. We'll go back to the other end. We'll do the same thing over and over. I mean, I love him. I have his jersey. I've always loved him. But a little bit more end product, start shooting more, gets a couple more goals, couple more assists. I don't think we have any problems in the 10.
Is that a confidence thing why he's not shooting those stuff, or is it just?
I think it seems like a player to me that comes from a lot of. He's been able to be quite flexible at his other clubs and stuff like that, and be a bit more free. And when you come into more structure in a club and you're taking instructions from better managers and top managers and stuff like that, sometimes you overdo because you don't want to do stuff wrong in it. So when he got to Liverpool, for the first 4 or 5 games, he was killing it, to be honest, and then he was letting off shots, and they were on target and stuff like that. Some of the most powerful shots you'll see. Then he just started spamming it, and then obviously you can tell that someone said to him just calm down a little bit. Sometimes people take instructions to the literal T, like you know what I mean. You tell a man don't shoot, and then he's like, oh, don't shoot at all. No, bruv, shoot. But just now we're in the Prem now, isn't it? Like, there's fine margins. You don't
goes, when do I shoot then, boss?
Yeah. And that's what
when you're on the half turn from outside the box and the defender's behind you, that's when you shoot. Shoot far post. I'll live with it. If you miss the target, I'll live with it. Whatever.
Exactly.
Reset play.
Because our team's movement, especially on the transition, sometimes it's incredible. But like the way we open up spaces and drag players away, for him to have the ball, you've got a clear shot on goal now. Everyone's been dragged away. Use it. But then he doesn't.
Did you see his butt pass today? Did you we had one counterattack and the ball bounced and he literally took his ass and he hit the ball with his ass into Curtis Jones' pass.
Hey, yo,
I'm like, more of that. More of that. I know, I'm telling you, go back and watch it. The announcer even said it.
That one,
bro,
Mike,
the announcer even said it. He was like, did you see how SZOBOSZLAI passed that ball? It was crazy. Bro, I love it.
We won't be watching that one back.
All right, pause.
Yeah, but let's hold on, let me go to this view. You guys have to sort your sorry, Sav. I have to.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Hey, keep don't worry about me.
Let's go to the Salah photos. Let's go to Mr. Salah now. Let's go to Salah, bro. Mohamed Salah, another goal, another assist.
41.
Bro, this man is unreal, bro. I can't even. When you're asking for more. Chopping with Sava and Cav earlier, bro. We're like asking for more, but the more isn't from a goal standpoint. It's just the performances, like because we know the goals and assists are gonna come. We know these are things that's just gonna, you're gonna get a goal, you're gonna get an assist because you're that good. But when he's in this type of form, where bro, he's not just just standing there waiting for those moments, or he's getting involved. And when he gets involved, it's so much more easier for him and his teammates to go and help him, bro.
I told you, bro. The gauntlet goes up every game, bro. Thanos, bro, is inevitable, bro. It's ridiculous.
He's the first player ever.
Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, he's the first player ever with 25-15, and he's the first player with 11 games in a Premier League season with a goal and an assist. He's on 41 GA in 27 games in the Premier League. He's on pace to have a 30-20 season, which has never been done. I don't know what else you could want from. Also, Kusanov robbed him of an assist today as well. Like, he could have had two. The play-in behind a SZOBOSZLAI, when SZOBOSZLAI took the shot to the low left and Kusanov came in and blocked it. I thought SZOBOSZLAI should have chipped the goalkeeper. Ederson went down early, but I'm nitpicking like I play FIFA. But it's completely unprecedented. I don't think we've ever seen anyone be this dominant before.
50 GA so far this season, bro. 30 goals and 20 assists.
Yeah, man. The thing is improved, man.
So
because it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Not blowing my own trumpet and that, balls, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, I had conversations in the summer last year, and I was just saying, like, yo, it's getting to that point where the best players that have lived, you know what I mean? They started adapting their game. And they did. Ronaldo did it. Benzema did it. All of them. And that's when everyone was saying about his age, I'm like, bro, Benzema won the Ballon d'Or at 35, bro. Like, it's not his age, bro. You just have to adapt. You're not going to play like a conventional winger. His passing's got better, bro. Before anyone starts telling me all this stuff about, his passing's always been great. No, his passing got better, bro. It's definitely got better.
Yeah, definitely
his
got better.
touch has got way better, bro. I don't understand, bro. Like, he's got glue under his foot. He seems stronger. And obviously, you're just more experienced in it. It's just tactical know-how, bro. When you've been there before enough times, repetition, bro. And you just go again. Obviously, he takes care of himself and all like that. He's cold, bro. He's cold, man. I think I will say, like, for not me myself, but us Liverpool fans, it's our fault. Why, when people come out with all this, Salah's disrespected, or I'm like, no, he's not disrespected, and that you don't just keep having stupid arguments, bro. You can't just like let Salah breathe, bro. Just let him live and be Salah, bro. You always have to bring up someone who's some legend or finish their career, bro, and have all these different.
Or who's English.
Yeah. Or to what? So when people do that, what do you expect people to do? Just lie. Because if they actually think that the person that you're comparing things better, you think it's disrespect. It's not. Stop comparing him, bro. Because there's no one who plays like Salah, bro. There's literally nobody who plays like him. It's completely different. It's not normal how he plays, bro. So let him live on it, and then there won't be no disrespect. People just take it for what it is.
My question to you guys would be: do you think that he has gotten better at certain things, or do you think that he has just chosen to play a different way? Because I feel like if I went back and I rewatched everything, like I've seen glimpses of this in the past. It's just we played in a different way. It wasn't Salah's job to be the creator. It was Trent's and Robbo's. It was Salah's job to be the guy on the other end of the pass. So if he's supposed to be the guy on the other end of the pass, and now all of a sudden he's the guy making the pass, well, I mean, I can't say that he wasn't this good at those certain things back then. He just decided to play differently. So, I think he has improved in certain ways, but I think the way that he's improved is mentally. Like, I think that when he decides to, conserve energy, let's just say, for lack of a better word, or when we feel like he's like ghosting or he's not part of the game, but then he comes out and boom, it's bang, bang, and it's a goal. I just think that he's figured out how to change his approach. And because he's figured out how to change his approach, we're just seeing what was always there underneath the surface. Because it would be, I don't know. I mean,
no, you do have a point. I just think it's a bit of both because you're right. There were certain things asked of him before, so you wouldn't have to see these certain attributes. If I go from before Liverpool, his obviously he's more of a conventional winger back then, but his passing still wasn't as good as it is now, and his first touch has definitely got better. That's one thing that's always going to be on show. But you are right. I think mentality is probably the main thing because you start to get older and football's changed. Not old, but he's getting older and he's been in the Prem for ages. Football's changed while he's been here. So, you know what I mean? Managers have started to do different stuff. Goalkeepers are passing out the ball from the back more and stuff like that. And in that era that we had prior, when we was winning stuff and was exciting, he wanted to be involved at all times and he wanted to be on the ball at all times and that. But sometimes, because he's kind of like a right-wing striker, we don't need you to be involved at all times, bro. You know what I mean? Not in the make space, move around and that, and his movements got better. He's not hanging out on the right hand side now. I think when Nunes first came in, if you remember the beginning of that season, that what he's doing now would have been perfect then, but it was new to him again, isn't it? The top tried to play him closer to the wing and cook from that space, and then we had Nunes in the middle, but it was new to him. He wasn't doing up Travella crosses then, because then
Nunes
he realized
was also occupying his space.
Yeah, because and he stopped doing his natural thing before was cutting on the left foot shoot. We knew it was coming every time. Yeah. And then other teams started to figure out what he was going to do. The shot didn't get as good anymore. It was like slipper foot shot, weak. Now when he cuts in that same motion, he crosses it to the back post nearly every time. I think he scored like one of those goals this season when he's cutting a shot and
Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton. But usually it's a shot every time. He stopped doing it. And when they ask him in press conferences and interviews, all of a sudden he's smiling about assists. That wasn't his thing before.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And then you realise with Salah, like, while we're watching him, we're getting older and he's getting older. So then we're like, oh yeah, but like you're not the same Salah as before, bro. Everything's improving. When he called SZOBOSZLAI a kid in the interview earlier, I was looking at him for a bit. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
he's like 8 years older than him. I think SZOBOSZLAI's like 23.
32.
32.
Yeah, I think
it's like a decade older than him. Maybe SZOBOSZLAI 22.
23.
Like
23, 24. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not thinking of that when I'm watching him and that, but that's a testament to Salah, isn't it? He doesn't look any different to anyone. It's just, yeah, man, he's killing it, bro. He's killing it. He's probably going to smash all his records up, and then, you know what I mean? And when
30-20, bro.
When Enzo his previews at the beginning of the season, and everyone could see that I told everyone he's going to break Henry's record back then. I said it in the preseason, bro. I could see, bro, this geezer loves it now. Yeah, man.
He's gonna get 200 goals. He's gonna stay here for 2 more years, and he's gonna hit 200 goals.
I don't know about that, Mike. I think he's off still.
Oh, I don't. I think him and Virgil are staying, and I think Trent's already got a foot in Spain. But I don't see how the club could let Mo leave.
That's what I said to him, bro. Every time he has one of these performances on that, I know Edwards and Hughes are kicking tables and throwing laptops off the top. Fuck! He's going to ask for an extra 2 mil on top.
That's why you should have signed him 6 months ago.
Like, yeah, bro. His agent is rubbing his hands together like Birdman. He's laughing his head off.
Pay him. I don't care. Pay him. I mean, we're talking like 30 million a year. You can't scrounge that up.
He's loving life. Imagine his agent is like, listen, it doesn't matter what happens now. They either give us what we want, or some other club's going to give us what we want and more, bro. This is a beautiful thing for them. You don't give a damn. That's why he's smiling so much. He said, I'm leaving here with a Premier. I know I'm leaving here with another trophy, a big one. So I'm cool about that. I'm leaving. I'm getting more money next season somehow. Hey, listen. That's what happens, man. I get their worries about the future, man. I get what their worries was, metrics and data and all that stuff. But sometimes, bruv, man, someone just breaks the mold on that, innit? Happens everywhere, bro. Tom Brady, you know that.
Man, so we need to win another league. We need to win another league. Me and the big guys in the team. These the big guys: Virgil, Ali, Robbo,
Trent.
Who else? Who else is there? Do you know I'd love, bro, Sav, if they and Mike, if we just win the title, bro, and then man they just start talking about no, we already signed ages ago, bro. We just wait to break it down.
That'll be cold still.
I'm telling you, boys. I'm telling you. We're not going to hear anything until April 1st. Like, I'm now fully convinced on this.
Yeah, they're not going to tell us nothing now.
Yeah,
I know someone somewhere's going to tell us to calm down and that, but I don't care, bro. This always
should be done.
People have been telling me to calm down to start the season, bro. I was like, bro, let me live in it. If I think my team's gonna win the league, I think I'll deal with the backlash at the end of the season. What's some football fan gonna say? I can't believe you said your team was gonna win the league. Okay, and I said for you Liverpool fans, we're in the same boat, you idiot. So if I say we're gonna win the league and you end up being right, then we're all sad.
but the logical part of my brain says, if they wanted to stay, and the club are being dickheads about it, you would think that there would be some mental strife. And if there's mental strife, you would think that somehow subconsciously that player is not going to be able to give 110% and get the over maximum output week in, week out. But we're getting the over maximum output week in, week out, which would suggest that they're not unhappy. And if they're not unhappy, that would suggest that there isn't this sort of strife going on between the two. And if we know anything about Michael Edwards, it's that we don't know anything about Michael Edwards. That's his thing. You're not supposed to know anything. So, just logically speaking, the only one that I see any sort of mental strife with is Trent. And outside of him, I believe in the on the pitch mentality that I'm seeing, that there's no way that these people are unhappy with the club. But again, I'm making crazy assumptions, but I'm just trying to use
crazy
logic.
assumption. We're all gonna have to make assumptions about it because they won't tell us anything. And I think things can go both ways because even if you just use Virgil and Salah, they're the older ones. They could just be this happy and relaxed because, yeah, man, that's how they are anyway. These are experienced guys. They sound quite wise when you hear them talking. That they're very calm about stuff. So for them, it's like even if they were leaving, what have I got to be unhappy about? I'm about to give the city and the club another trophy, bro. I'm going to give them that trophy, and then we would have got another one, and then there's nothing else for us left to accomplish in the English league. And with the last couple of years of my life, I can go and expand, do it somewhere else, or they could have the mentality that it's like, nah, we're just going to mop up here and keep going, and we just
need to go back to back. Fuck that.
Yeah,
they need to go back to back. They need to get as many prems as they can.
It's obviously going to be trash if all of them leave anyway, but I wouldn't begrudge them. I'm not going to like it, but I wouldn't begrudge them of that because all I can ask is
blame the club.
You get your contract. You know what I mean? You go by your contract and you play as hard as you can. You know what I mean? Work for the shirt and that. So when they've done that, how am I supposed to get mad at a footballer for leaving, bro? I can't. Bro.
Hey, what made me laugh, man? 2 of our left backs, bro. I know man them don't like them still, but the 2 left backs are happy as shit today, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, bro. Listen, if you don't like their football, fine, but you have no reason not to like them.
Yeah. Robertson's been playing well these last 3 games. He's been far from our biggest issue. And, the guy's aging. He doesn't have the legs anymore. Tsimikas might not be the right guy, but, I'm telling you right now, if Robertson did not give up that goal to Saka in the way that he gave it up, people's energy would be completely different. They wouldn't hate him. They would say, I'm not fully confident in him. But because he got done dirty by Saka like that, because he got sent off against Fulham, and because he gave the penalty to Kylian Mbappe, pretty much 3 mistakes, people hyper-focus on him, and they destroy him. I'm like, he's not the best Robertson we've ever seen. He's probably not even a top 5 left back in the league, but he's not that bad. It's not the end of the world. And neither is Tsimikas. People are just hyper-fixated on a couple of errors.
The way Slot wants to play football, it will expose Robbo in certain ways. And I'm not even on about his defending. That's another thing. But him offensively, it's going to expose him because that's not his best point. And it's usually just get down, cross the ball. And that's his thing. And everything else, defending is last half a yard. So it's not so much like they're professionals in it. So he's still faster than loads of people. True. It's just not his regular speed. The difference is I can see the half a yard and I can see his reaction time. It's changed, but you don't realize that yourself, bro. Everyone else will realize it early. You don't realize it. So then you have to adapt your game, and it's hard to do that position. You know what I mean? If it's come on, man, it happens to Carl Walker as well. Man's an athlete, bro. But the reaction time's gone. So the stuff that Robbo would do before, like the ball towards the end of the game, it wasn't even like something bad, but he just tries to intercept it midair, innit? Because that's what he would normally do. He just misses it completely. It's just that half a yard. You know what I mean? So then he has to learn to adapt, and I don't think, depending on where you play on the pitch, sometimes it's just hard, the habits in it. Some you can't change some people.
Big
and it's
up
been like
Northfred.
that for so long.
This is a great point from Northfred as well. We critique because we are nervous,
Yeah.
and we always love him when the dust settles. No, that's crazy, but I think that's big up for that comment because that's true, man. I feel like we're like heavily like critiquing, and like we have to at times in it. We don't have to heavily do it, and I feel like we nitpick a lot when we don't need to. But yeah, no player obviously we
start
can't
looking for stuff. That's what
yeah,
happens.
it's like even like today they said like he didn't play well, and I'm just like I've seen like some people say it, not loads, but like some like oh yeah, Robbo didn't play well, and I'm like I'm looking at a guy and I don't know what else you want. He can't be perfect, but then if he's not perfect, that's when you say he's like. But no football player, I'm sure if you watch every game and actually just watch the players, they're not all perfect. They don't have perfect games.
It's new to the fan base as well. Him dropping off half a yard in it because it used to never be like that. There was never when Liverpool's about to come up against a team. Oh, Robbo against that was never a thing. We used to say on the right hand side, depending on who Trent was playing against, but it never used to be a thing. We just knew that Trent was going to be the better one offensively, but they both offer stuff, and then defensively, Robbo would be fine, and Trent wouldn't sometimes. So it's a new thing still. I think some people are harsh, and I don't like when people like speak about any of the players like personally. It gets a bit rude. There's no need for that. But yeah, man, I think what he said is right. When the dust settles on that, the man's a legend. I think positions and players evolve, and we will evolve past Robbo. I don't think this will be the last time he'll be like
he's our best Premier League left back. He's in our Premier League all-time 11. So
yeah, I agree. I agree. And he spoke about it. I don't know if people saw Robbo's interview like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He spoke about it himself. He said that he knows that, what I mean, I've never had to deal with this before. He said there's criticism, but it's like, I'll deal with it. Fine, bro. We got Simicast as well, because he gets our... Simicast's one's a bit weird, because he doesn't even play enough to get torn down how he does. Robbo's been here playing for time.
Well, I mean, I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm just
like, do me a favor while you're doing that. Answer this question from honesty as well. So, a question for the man: then, if you are 11 points ahead and getting chased by Arsenal, they don't win jack. So, why do the fans still have PTSD?
I would love to answer this. Because it's because people allow their anxiety to overrule. Like, I mean, we're a very emotional fan base, and I think a lot of fan bases are very emotional. But when it comes down to it, we follow a sport that we don't have control over, and we put a lot of passion into something that, again, we don't have a lot of control over. So it's not particularly natural, right? And because of that, because I don't have control over it, the anxiety is amplified tenfold, right? Because it's like I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen, and I have absolutely nothing that I can do about it. But also at the same time, you have to bring into perspective, we lost two, 3 titles by a single point.
Yeah.
But listen, at the end of the day, anybody who's nervous, Arsenal fans have been saying that this league was over in October. And now today, after losing to West Ham yesterday, they decide to throw their toys out the Prem. I'm like, no. You don't get to do that. You don't get to sit here and tell me that the league is over in October and then throw your toys out the Prem in February. Because you already said that the league is over. You set the expectation. You said you're not winning. But now that, the Piper came calling, now you're going to go crazy? That doesn't make any sense. If you're going to set that expectation and live by it. Just like how, anyone who's nervous, I think, hasn't set the expectation of winning the league, right? So, you have to give and take. It's a part of expectations. It's a part of being malleable. At the beginning of this season, I said, I think that we're going to chase top 4. I think that we can be in the mix. And if we're in the mix, I'll reevaluate. Like, my mentality was get through that 8-week stretch of Madrid, Leverkusen, City, Newcastle, whatever, right? We got through it. We were top of the league. I was like, okay, I think that we're playing the best overall football. I think that we're not even playing the best that we can play. I've changed my expectations. It's December. I think we can win this league. So it's a give and take. And like, you're seeing it with Arsenal, and they're just being gross. Like, they're just being ignorant to themselves. They're throwing their own opinion out the window to be upset in the moment because it's something that they don't have control over. I'm like, you've been telling me every weekend on an emergency stream that you're not winning the league. But when it actually comes true, you're going to freak out on an 8-hour stream. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you're being
a total
hypocrite.
That's what excites me about football. I'm excited by the prospect of not being able to go, because in my life everything's so controlled, and so this is the one outlet where it's like, yeah, man, I don't know, man, because sometimes I sit by my son and I realize like, oh yeah, he's so young, bro. He doesn't have what I have yet, and he doesn't have the wisdom and that. So I see my son like drop points. It's like, oh, we better win the next. We bottle it, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, you sound like them internet dons, bro. Stop this bottling. Now, because bottling before wasn't like you lose the league, you bottled it. That's not what it was before. If you're in a title race, you didn't just bottle it. If you're stupid ahead and you let it go away, that's bottling something. You know what I mean? But I don't know, when people just start throwing it around all the time. I'm like, you're leaving no margin for error. You're basically saying that these have to be perfect. I think Mike's point was right, and also most Liverpool fans, apart from some of the ones who are a little bit older than us, even if they're like 10 years older, they would have saw more leagues than that. Even in the modern time, no one's used to winning the league, innit? So because we're not used to winning it, we've only got the experience of one, and how we won it was we blasted the team away. So if you're not blasting the team away, these lot do not know what to do with themselves. But that's the only thing that's the only way we know why. Isn't it?
I mean, I think it's just like, especially now with how connected everyone is and like how in depth we can go, all these interviews that we get, all this supplementary content that you can go into and consume. You know, people like the line between observer and participant has blurred, where it's like people now feel like they are a part of the team. I'm like, I didn't bottle shit. If Liverpool don't win this league, I didn't bottle shit. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to be upset that we didn't win, but like at the end of the day, that line is very clear to me, and I feel like to some it's transparent.
No, I'm with Mike on that one, because I see so many videos of people. What are you saying about your team now?
Why did you're not on the team? Like, you're not on the pitch. You're not a part of the club. Bro. Why are you acting like this is your club? Draw the line somewhere. And it's like, you know, it's why, like, you know, against Villa, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and freak out. I'm gonna review the game, make my critiques, and it is what it is. Like, I don't have control over this, and I'm not gonna let it cross that line. And I just feel
exactly,
like
man.
For a lot of people,
to ends, bro. Man's talking about, you have to have uncomfortable conversation about players. I'm like, bro, first of all, I'm not uncomfortable about anything. This is a millionaire, bro, and the manager still wants to play him. So I've always done that. I adjust certain things. I go, okay, let me see what the manager wants to do. This is what the manager's expectations are. He clearly he gets paid the big bucks and he keeps playing the same player. All right, then. So I'm gonna have to deal with this now, and then look myself and go, hold on, maybe I'm not seeing something. I shouldn't be seeing it anyway, because if I was, I'd be a Premier League manager, bro. So obviously he's doing something. I said, you know what? It's quite funny, isn't it? Without bringing up the old manager, the conversation, everything. When people talk about SZOBOSZLAI now, all this excitement about his energy and how he's running around and that used to be, why has Klopp got him playing like Hendo? Why is he running around? And now everyone's excited by the prospect of what he does. I'm like, bro. So two managers who get paid the big bucks for Liverpool saw the same thing, and you think you're right. That's fine, and that's.
Do you know what else as well? Why do we just to like listening to what you guys say and looking at the guys in the chat as well? Big up to you guys, but why do we, for an example, right? We speak about the PTSD being a Liverpool fan, right? We've been twice where we got, you know, beaten for the league title by a point, and even after having like special seasons where you just lose one, just like what's going on, bro? Why can't we just win? But then why do you amplify that by putting yourself in a room with people that share the same, like have the same condition as you? Why don't you just take yourself out of that room? For an example, right? If I'm one of those fans that every time we drop points, I start getting nervous as hell, I get rattled quickly. I can't then put myself in the same room with people like that, because that's going to amplify my emotions, where in my head, I'm like, that's not where I want to feel. I want to look at the game, you know, with an open eye, instead of just going, I'm just going to base this performance off my emotions. Not to say take your emotions out of it. I know it's an emotional sport, but why'd you put yourself in the same room? I would put myself in a room with like some calm, level-headed guys to bring my blood pressure down, to give my, you know what I mean? Let me see what they're saying, instead of going in the room with a guy that's going to be screaming and shouting, because I ain't going to help my PTSD. Because now in the next game, I'm nervous as hell now, bro. Because I'm like, so if we drop points again, you know,
bro, it's crazy. It's crazy what people were saying. Like we drew to Aston Villa, and people are like, up 9-5. Here comes the bottle. Here comes the bottle. Here comes the bottle. I'm just like, nothing is guaranteed for Arsenal. Nothing is guaranteed for Liverpool. That's why you watch the sport. Dude, I was asleep for all of the Arsenal game. I woke up. I checked my WhatsApp. I'm like, Why are there not more messages? This is a little odd. I go to ESPN. I'm like, holy shit, they lost 1-0. And then absolute apocalypse everywhere. I'm like, so every single person who just basically ended their sports life saying that we're going to bottle the lead is now been completely rectified, and they're just going to totally change all of their energy on a dime because Arsenal lost. It's just it's crazy. It's like, I don't know. My opinions on this are just
football fans have lost it, bro. They expect some perfection from somewhere. I was watching videos in the week after they were interviewing Man City fans who left the Real Madrid game early.
Yeah, that was
the way they were speaking about Guardiola and get this effing guy out of my club, and I was like, whoa.
It's bipolar. I'm telling you, bro. Football has become bipolar disorder.
It's four Prems back to back. Bro, can't save you, bro. No one's got a chance.
And you had a treble. Like, bro.
And the Champions League in that top. Oh my god, bro.
It's literally this sport has become, from a fan perspective, it has become all or nothing. It has become everything or nothing. I either win the quad or I had a shit season.
Well, you know, the funniest thing is, it ends up not being about what's on the pitch. It's everything else surrounding it. It's other football fans. It's banter online.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
I'm like, why can't... I've always had banter with my friends about football. It never used to be like this, bro. Why can't you still have a laugh and just get on with the next game, bro? Why is it all of a sudden it's a personal thing?
It's nuts.
I don't get.
When did this happen though? When did guys in the chat? When did you guys notice?
Robbie's fault, bro. Arsenal Fan TV. That's where it's.
I think it's
that personal feeling, that personal attack where you're like, I can't even sit and have a conversation with my boy no more because now I might get emotional. And I'm like,
online, everyone thinks they've all got main character syndrome, bro.
You can blame ESPN. I'm gonna make this easy for you. You can blame ESPN in the early 2000s for creating talking head shows like Around the Horn. And basically, it's just a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about, yelling at each other, saying, I'm right, you're wrong. And now we've sort of found ourselves in an ecosystem where it's just about people wanting to be right rather than wanting to win. Like, I look at some people and I say, even if you won the league, you would find a reason to shit on the fact that you won the league. Like, to shit on your own players. You just want to be right. And every time you don't win, you're the first one there to say, I told you so. Right, so
that's what it is, man. That's a sickness, bro.
It's just like, I think it's just like a culture thing. But at the same time, bro, we watch sports for fun. I watch sports for fun. I watch it for the fact that I don't know what's going to happen, and regardless of what happens, when the game's over, I turn off my I turn off the stupid web browser and I pick up a video game. Like, I just feel like people have lost the ability to put the barrier up. Like, it's just football. Like, this isn't the end of the world if we don't win the league, which we're going to win. But even if we didn't, like, what are you going to do, bro? Like, none of us play for this team. None of us are getting paid millions of dollars to watch them. So, like,
exactly.
Why are you going to act like it's the end of the world?
I'll just support them, bro. It was an early choice, and since then, bro, it is what it is. Whatever happens to the club happens.
Choices.
It's ups and downs, bro. You don't like that, bro.
I'm glad I chose us, because now I get to.
Yeah, me too. And I know people always argue with the fact that, like, obviously Chelsea, Man City, and all that. And I'm like, listen, I'm not saying I love winning, bro, but it's not me winning, is it? It's somebody else. So I don't mind the roller coaster I've been on. To me, it always makes it more exciting. And the people who have won loads of trophies, they're gonna say, well, you would say that because you haven't won. And I know, and I'm gonna say you would say that because you don't know what it's like to not spend all that money and then go and win these trophies back to back.
Chelsea is the perfect example of this, bro. Chelsea is the perfect example of this. A team that was spoiled. They were spoiled. I think it does. Like, because when you look at a team like Chelsea, who were spoiled beyond the belief, not just trophy-wise, but transfer-wise, right? Like, the fans got everything they wanted. They got every shiny toy. They got every shiny trophy. And now once, shit starts to hit the fan and they're starting to chug through a little bit of mud, they're totally incapable of dealing with it as fans, as supporters, and they completely lost their heads. I'm just like, bro, there needs to be a middle ground here. It can't just be all on one end. You have to find the balancing point.
Yeah,
at least we don't
always have the luxury of just like things go wrong, we could just throw money at it. Our manager actually has to do work in it, and I'm not saying their managers don't do tactics and all that stuff, but we don't have the luxury of that. You made your bed, lie in it, and I go and whatever player you got. So I didn't even realize. I didn't know that Man City just spent like 170 mil in the transfer window. I wasn't even paying attention. I just looked at their team today. I was like,
about 4 players.
Hold on a minute. Then I was like,
Marbush is the dog, by the way.
It's like, yeah, but you spent 170 mil but that to Man City is like a minor window. 170 mil to Liverpool is big money, bro.
Yeah, that we ain't even seeing this whole summer, bro.
Yeah.
Whole summer.
Remember Pep came in and he kept getting the wrong fullbacks and they just kept getting rid of them. It's like, oh yeah, it don't work. We'll just get them
60 mil.
You know,
Take another one. 60 mil. Don't worry about that one. 60 mil. For
100 mil Grealish on the bench at all times, bro.
And people are trying to convince me that we're going to sell Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez to get Alexander Isak. Okay, in your absolute wildest family.
Hey, listen, man, the new gaffer though, man.
I mean, bro, I want him. I want him more. I don't care. I will live in that fantasy. I want him. We should start spending, especially if we do the double. Like, there's no point not to. But
yeah, they gotta
speaking on tactics,
you gotta gift the gaffer some money, bro. If he wins, if he goes to win the Prem and that, you gotta gift the gaffer. At least just gift him the prize money. You know, at least just gift him what he earned.
It's a bonus.
Come on, man.
Question: do you guys think that the fans that only care about clickbait and agenda believes in what they say, or they just say it for the clicks? I'll say, yeah, both.
Without like throwing people under the bus, because I'm wise to that. Now. I can see it. Like I can see it daily, bro. I can see what was there before, and now I can see the characters that they've seen success of what some content creators have got before. And they're like, let me get myself noticed and do certain things and that crazy. I could never do that, bro. Like, I just need to be myself. But if you're playing a character, there's nothing wrong with that. But these lot are playing that they're being normal while being a character. And then I'm like, yeah, this is disingenuous, man. Actually, like conversation. Yeah.
You get lost in it. You get lost in the idea and get a bit confusing. But
yeah, exactly. I don't know, man.
It's more about reading the room that you're in my opinion. Like, know what room you're in. Like, if you're in that room, play that part. If you're observing that room, understand what you're observing. If you're in another room, understand what you're observing. Like, that's really the best way I could put it.
Yeah, homeboy on X, was it? No context football.
Yeah.
Just watch those videos. Mm-hmm. I don't need to say names, and you can see where people have turned into characters, bro. Like I'm seeing storylines and everyone's watch-alongs every week, and I'm like, bro, I didn't watch alongs, bro, and there was just celebrating or football talk, bro. Now it's all like scenarios set out, bro, just doing WWE storylines, and I'm like, bro, I know what's coming next, bro. I'm watching them and I know what's coming next because you've done it a week before and a week before that. It's actually kind of crazy still. Hey, Mason, hey, don't worry about me, bro. Don't worry about that, bro. Big up, though. But
don't worry about that. You gotta let me.
No, don't worry about little Netflix checking that. Something.
Yeah, man. They said someone was on Netflix and that.
Something like pay the bills.
Sorry. But they haven't done their press release yet, so we can't really. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's all it is, bro. It's just, I mean, I don't mind it. I get to the point where, you end up being an idiot yourself if you just keep moaning about stuff. I just don't watch whatever, innit? You know what I mean?
But yeah, guys in the chat, man, throw some questions in around the game though. I don't want to talk about content creators. I want to talk about Liverpool
tactics.
Football Club. So
tactics on the day.
In there, man. Because I did see who did I just see
about.
We
can talk about real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Slots. The season's not done. We ain't won anything yet. Like nothing. Mm-hmm. We could lose the cup final. Slots done all right, ain't he? No. Because of the noise all the time. He's done all right, isn't he?
Bro, he could leave the season.
My expectation for the season, not expectation, my prediction. But I think having expectations sometimes, I'm like, all right, we're en route to it. Exactly what the Prem and the League Cup. That's what I thought. But at the same time, I've always been like, when it gets to cup finals, it's kind of, as long as you get your tactics right, throw the hat in the air in it, because you can still lose on penalties or whatever. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, was however many cup finals against Chelsea, all of them were 0-0. All of them went to penalties apart from the last one when Virgil scored. But he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, and I'm interested to see. I'm not trying to wish the time away because I'm trying to enjoy what happens now. I'm very interested to see what his team's like going forward, whether it's new players or just the way he plays. I think one pre-season and then not. I heard him say it when he was having his interview. He was a bit like, and Klopp said it when he came in. Not having the winter break threw them off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he wasn't thinking about it, and then he crept up on him. He's like, oh, and then 3 games a week, and then you start realizing less training sessions, and then you have to kind of like everything's automated in it. Let's go again, and injuries here and injuries there. The physicality of the Premier League. not so much better technically. It's just the physicality and the speed of the Prem more than anything. And he's come in and handled it fine, man. He handled himself well in interviews and press conferences, keeps the team calm. Didn't do too much drastic changes, which is smart. And he didn't come in. I know he didn't come in and throw his weight around. I'll speak to my friend about this, a United fan, and he said the same thing. He was like, "Yeah, it makes sense because you want to keep the team together. If you come in and throw your weight around, these players have been together for a while. Some of them, they're friends, bro.
Yeah,
you know
must
do
do
this.
or...
Gerrard did it at Villa, bro, and then Tyrone Mings threw him under the bus, bro. As soon as he changed Tyrone Mings from being captain, Villa started falling apart.
Yeah, the rest
and
of the man
because you can imagine the phone call after, oh, you changed my captain, but we're in a WhatsApp group. Like, when I'm done, I can't believe Stevie did that to you today. And he's a prick, bro. Watch what happens next game. Mings scores an own goal, gets sent off, they lose 4-0, Gerrard loses his job. So he's kept it, you know what I mean? He's kept it close. I bet he doesn't even talk to them too much when it comes to the dressing room and that. But he's a smart guy, man.
It's like the best analogy I feel like I could come up with would be, it's like, imagine Slot was a F1 driver, right? And he drives for Team Mercedes. And everyone's car is tuned to that driver. Now, take Slot out of the Mercedes car and put him in the Ferrari car, and we're not retuning it. You have to sit in this other car and you have to win the race. Incredibly difficult thing to do.
Very difficult.
I would like, if I took Lewis Hamilton and I put him in Verstappen's car, I wouldn't say that, oh my God, Lewis Hamilton's just going to beat Verstappen now. Just the best analogy that I can think of. I don't even watch F1, but it's like the same premise.
Yeah.
Arnie Slot is operating someone else's machine, and he's somehow managed to make the machine better with the same tools that the other person had. And he's proven that he can change the way that the machine is tuned based on every single game. Because the way that we played today was the way that we were talking about how we should play on Friday. Are we going to try to play possession football, or are we going to sit there, let them have 70% and play our best ball, which is transition? And Slot said, you know what? I might be a lot of things, but I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to put you guys in a position to play your best game against a team that you haven't beat at that ground in 7 years. So go and play like it's 2018. Sit back, give him 70% of the ball, and hit him on the counter. And what do you know? We gave up one chance that I can think of, and that was Marmoush. That one shot was the only thing that I could think of.
Bro. It was offside.
No. I'm talking about the not the one that was offside.
Oh, the left-footed one.
Yeah. That's the only one I could think of. Allison didn't have to do anything. Allison didn't have a single save all game.
They've done a decent job, man. I can see it, bro. Like, I think that's why he picks Liverpool, though. He's not, you know what I mean? This wasn't easy because he could have picked any team. There's all these teams that need. True. Everyone's got new managers and stuff like that. But he kind of fits the mold of what he wants in it. And he knew. It's not like he didn't know some of the players and that. We've got a few Dutch players in the team anyway who play for the international team, so he already knew. And it ain't always going to work out how people want it. So obviously, he's not coming and improved every single player. But that's not going to happen. But improve the ones that will get your team right in it. Harvey Elliott and Nunes don't look better than they did last season. That's fine though, because he's changed somebody else, and they're doing a great job for him. So, hey man, I rate it, bro. I rate it. I think people have been disingenuous over time. Because I've seen as soon as people were scared that they thought Liverpool were going to fall away, all of a sudden, even though Mike just made the same analogy, but not in the same way. When people were doing, yeah, but you have to understand it's Klopp's team, and I'm like, bro, you lot need to stop doing that because I still believe he's going to win the league. So then, what you're going to do when he wins it? Say it's Klopp's team still? You're not. You're not going to do that, bro. So it's either Klopp's team or not. I heard Klopp say he didn't want certain players. I heard him say he was happy with the players. When everyone, because we're football fans and like the new shiny toy, we're like, nah, because we've seen where he can't do this. Yeah, that's why we're not the manager, bro. He's coming from Feyenoord. So every player that we've got compared to the players he had at Feyenoord is an upgrade, bro. So it's not that weird that he said, let me see what's going on with this team first. And then he said, oh yeah, I can work with this. I worked with lesser players before and improved them. Some players got better, some players didn't. Some are just the reason because they haven't had enough game time, which is fine. And that's how it goes, man. You know what I mean? Some of our favourites will probably leave next season. He'll start building a team how he wants it. But don't get it twisted. This is his team, bro. I know
you also said as well,
but this is his team, bro.
Do you see what he said? They said on like Sky Sports, but I heard him say it as well. But he now knows what the team needs in it. So now he's saying like, now I know exactly what we need. So that's a good thing because now he's not going to be out there flapping about trying to find these players. He's just going to be like, right, I know we need this, this, and this, And these are the guys I know that's going to be able to come in and do.
They won't even
that.
spend much money trying to get them. I bet you. Which is
Gonna
fine because we don't. I'm not okay. I don't need the club to spend loads of money. I just want to get quality players. If the quality player's there for cheaper, get the quality player, and that's fine. So
Sobo and Jones in the double tens. Yeah, they were good. I think we spoke about that earlier, didn't we, guys? So I can run it again, man. From Pops Ends, how do you feel when KDB was subbed off? I didn't even realize he was playing. If I'm going to be totally honest, bro.
He's done.
That was no shade on my guy, but yeah, he's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad.
He ain't got the passes in the space no more in it. So
no, he doesn't have. Listen, injuries and age catch up to everybody.
Yeah, doesn't matter how good you are. With the way he's done with the team either.
Bernardo Silva didn't even play. Like
bro. They asked. I watched Pep's interview after the game. They asked him about it. They said you took your big hitters out today, and he said, yeah, I wanted more. He wanted more speed on it. He just wanted to attack us. That was the aim. It just didn't work. But when they asked him, obviously he done the Guardiola thing, and he was like, I think we played amazing. I think we played.
Yeah, no, bro. The man didn't even ask him. He started off with the question. Man said, "Yeah, we played well."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Bro, wait.
What do you can believe? Happy New Year. Yeah,
he's just done. He's done. I mean, what 6 straight seasons of hamstring injuries will eventually catch up to you, and it is what it is. It's unfortunate.
How good was CJ in his last 2 games?
Yeah, man.
Good. Yeah, he's been good, man. We did miss him. Was it the Wolves game he missed because he obviously got sent off in the Everton one? We did miss his level of like control as well, didn't he? Like, you know, normally would bring him on, and he could add that level of control because that second half, and unless we speak about that. But, you know,
when he does when it's him and Sabo like today in that space, it means that he can make the late run as well, and he's actually good at that. So,
quick, how many points we're gonna get? So our next 5: Newcastle, Southampton, Everton, Fulham, and West Ham. So what
15.
we home against home? Our next 3 games are at home. That's beautiful.
15.
Man.
We got 7 out of the next 9 games at home. We know all these games.
And if we win all 7 of them, we win the league. So you know.
I know that I'm being a bit like petty in that, and I know it's not going to happen because I've seen the table of where we played these teams earlier. But I was half hoping, like I was looking at the Everton game the other day. I was like, nah, man. If we had beat Everton and Villa, and then we had won some of these games and Arsenal lost a few, we could have picked up the title at Everton, bruv.
Bro, Sam, I swear that we could have.
Nah, because I'm like in my head, I'm like that's the ultra get back against Everton to pick up the title there, bro. That's what I've got in my head, man. Pussies, bro.
But now we can, you know what I mean?
Now you need to slip up loads to do that now. But hey, listen,
so they slip up in their next. Okay, so when we play Everton, our 3rd game, right? So we beat Newcastle, beat Southampton, and then we have them, right?
If we could pick up Arsenal,
they lose to Fulham, and then
we can't.
They got Forest, and then who after that?
I don't remember, but it's mathematically not possible for us to.
Yeah, it's Forest and someone else. I'm just saying.
So we can't pick up Arsenal. Fuck them.
So if they lose like the next 2 and we win our next 2, that puts us in a beautiful.
I only wanted to pick up against Arsenal for that shit in '89, bro.
We would have to. Let's see. We would have to be with 6 games to go. We would have to be 19 points clear. So, or if we're going to put it this way, Arsenal play us the 3rd to final.
We need 8 more points. We need 8 more.
So we would have to be 10 points up on May 9th in order for us to get the Guard of Honor from Arsenal. So essentially, if nothing changes from now until that game, we will get the Guard of Honor.
They lose 2-0. They lose 2-0 to Forest. They lose 2-1 to United. Win the next 2.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because I clicked on that. They got the full '89 documentary on YouTube, and I clicked on it on accident earlier, bro, and it pissed me off, bro. I've seen 3 documentary football. I was like, "Ooh, this is dope." Started rolling. I was like, "Hold on a minute, bro. What's this JVC kit? Get off my screen, blood. '89, bro. I wasn't even born yet, but I was pissed, bro. From my mom's womb, bro." Yeah.
I just want to smash Everton. I don't care if we win the league against them. I just want to absolutely batter them. I want to win like 7-0. I want it to be embarrassing. I want them to get 3 men sent off out of frustration. I just want to destroy them. I just want to win every game from here until the end of the season. I want Mikel Arteta to have to sit there with his stupid smirk, eating steak off Salt Poppy's hands and clapping on Arne Slot with the Guard of Honor.
Forest, obviously they scored first and then conceded 4, but then obviously they had 2 goals back.
That game was such a mad game, bro.
Arsenal, bro, I'm telling you that Arsenal might be in trouble in that Forest one, boy, because
Slot's putting thingy in it. Slot doing what he's doing, putting pressure on Arteta, bro. That's what's winding up the Arsenal fans more. If Slot wasn't here and it was some other guy, but it's winding them up, bro, because they're like, yo, it's his first season. Obviously, they've been doing phase 5 Arteta for ages and that, but
zero money spent, $0,
yeah.
0 euros.
5, you know.
It's crazy, man.
What phase is Slot in? What phase?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What if he doesn't if he doesn't win the right? Let's say he doesn't, right? Arteta doesn't win the title this season. Surely then they have to just get rid of him, bro. Like I don't know how you pick because I look at their team, right? And I look at them and I'm like, who's the leaders in the team? Who's the ones that are going to be able to pick themselves up again and go, let's go again? And then they're players, they're human beings, right? In the back of them, they're like, right, this Liverpool team beat us and they weren't even playing like great. And that's the manager's first season. And we're like, we got duds up front and, you know, we could probably get another left back and they need a DM. Like, then they go, right, if they fix those positions, like they go and get a DM, they go and get a left back, they go and get a striker. Like what do we do then? And then they go, right, Man City over the road. They've spent what 170 in the winter.
They're gonna get better next season, City.
Yeah, bro. Like you're like, what do you do with them? And then you got Chelsea. Like you got it's long, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. They're gonna have to go with someone experienced in it.
No guarantees to City though. I think they will get better, but you know, I mean, I don't care how good you are. When someone rips out your spine, it's hard to walk again. And this summer, Pep Guardiola is going to have to gut his entire spine.
I can
He's going to have to get rid of De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. You know,
they asked him earlier about playing them players and that, and on top of it, he was like, "It seemed like you're preparing for the future." And he said, "Yeah, like this is what we're doing. I have to." And I was like, "Yeah." Is in that Fergie mode. You remember 2013? This is what Fergie did in it. He got smoked by City on the last day. But that was funny, Aguero. But if I knew then, I wouldn't have been happy about it. I didn't know it was going to be the demise of football back when Aguero scored that goal. But then Fergie stayed on another year, innit? Because remember, he was supposed to leave. Stayed on another year, won the league, then he bounced. I know that's what Guardiola's going to try and do. Stay on, win the league, and get out of there while he can, bro.
Because that's going to be interesting if he can't.
If that's their future, they have a lot more problems. Because even if Erling Haaland was there, I would have said, how the fuck are you going to get him the ball? You couldn't even get the ball to Marmoush. You couldn't even get the ball to Phil Foden. Like, don't sit there.
Struggled more, you know, because then that extra guy that normally, like Foden tried to get involved, Haaland wouldn't get involved in the game. He'll just stay there. Obviously, that means that Virgil and Ibu would have had a bit more work to do. But then that means the extra guy in the midfield ain't there. We would have just been running right against them.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That extra guy would Haaland just standing up there with Virgil and Ibu.
If I was a City fan, I'd be very. I know I said it earlier, but I'd be pissed with Foden, bro. Man off it, nothing.
This was his chance. This was his chance to take the reins after getting the Premier League Player of the Season.
Someone with that much talent, bro, just offered nothing at all.
It's like he doesn't know what he's. You know when like you're just mad confused about your role in the team. Like you're just mad. Like they play me in the 10, they played me lone striker, they played me right, they played me left. Like what is my actual role in this team? Like, what is the actual role? You must just be mad confused.
I'm just pissed that City got Marmoush. Because imagine Marmoush in our team. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He would clean up. Imagine Salah feeding him instead of Darwin Núñez and him getting into those same positions. We would unlock him more. He would get into better positions. He'd have more one-on-ones. Oh, it would be so over.
Núñez would catch strays anywhere.
Yeah, bro. Let Núñez live, man.
I gotta head out, boys. Big up to the boys. We're still gonna win this league, and don't throw your toys out.
Come on, you know the vibes, bro.
But we're gonna 11 points clear. Also, Arteta's not going anywhere. Ends all right. Kroenke is a stubborn bastard, and as long as Arteta keeps bringing in that Champions League money, the board will find an excuse. They'll say, we bought Calafiori, but he wanted cauliflower. We bought Kai Havertz, but he wanted a ham. Like they're just going to figure out a way. Or it wasn't his fault. Everyone got hurt. It's not his fault that we're so one-dimensional. I think it's going to take a lot to get rid of him, which is the unfortunate thing because, I don't think he has it. I don't think he has the tactical malleability. And at the end of the day, these are his players, and they suck, except for Saka and Wanyeri. And also, what's that left back's name? Smith Kelly? That kid's a baller. That kid is
Lewis
really good. Sorry, Lewis Skelly. But anyway, big up, boys.
Cool, big up, bro. Man, call him Smith Skelly, you know.
My bad.
Smith Skelly,
you know what,
bro.
the biggest problem is I was thinking this is Arsenal. Is this Arsenal's third title race? No,
Third, yeah.
That's crept up so quick, isn't it? No, it has, bro. Because all I'm thinking is, yo, that means that these players have done it 3 times, bro, and they're gonna fail again, possibly. And we've been there, innit? But listen, we know what the definition of the word failure is. A couple of the seasons that we had didn't feel like we failed. It felt like we just lost to the better team, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so far you can go. One of them got supplemented by winning the Champions League, so I didn't end the summer unhappy. And then the other one, when, you know, Man City played Villa on the last day of the season, the reason that only got me for the day, because we were 14 points behind anyway. Yeah, so I already lost faith that we weren't going to win the league. And then the fact that we crept up on them was like, oh, okay, let's see what we can do. So with these lot, that means they're big players of 3 years trying, bro. And so normally if somebody said to me, do you think that like Gabriel and Saliba and that would leave? I'd be like, nah. Now I'm like, maybe not both of them, bro, but I don't know, man. Like, one of those defenders might leave, bro. Gabriel's been there a while, remember? Like, Saliba went there and went on loan and then came back. Gabriel's been there for a while. He's been there while Arsenal fans were saying he was shit. I think he's their better centre-back.
That's the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing, though, innit? So that's why I said, you look in the team, right? Who's there going, all right, boys, we missed out again. We need to pick ourselves up. Who's in there that's going to be like, let's rally again, boys. I know it's tough. I know we've done 3 of them.
I'm with you, bro.
I'll say
Declan Rice and I'll say Gabriel.
Is Declan Rice going to be? Yeah. Okay.
No, because remember, Declan Rice is still new to the party, really, and he ain't been there that long. So I'll say Declan Rice and Gabriel and Saka. And that's it. I think for someone like Saliba, he'd just be like, I don't know how good he thinks he is or good he thought he was going to be at it. I can't speak to that. But the way they loaned him out in the first place, he didn't seem too happy with it. He could be in a situation now where he's so young and he's like, I never thought I was going to be here where these big teams want me. And I've already tried these 3 years at Arsenal. If this guy doesn't leave, I might just leave, bro. He'll go to, he's French, isn't it? You go PSG. You go Barca.
I saw the Real Madrid links, bro. You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, with all the injuries that like Alaba and that's had and that, you get me? Like, so then they're losing players. Yeah, I see this. Everyone been dissing. Odegaard's been getting cooked all weekend, bro. I know. He's a baller.
No, but you know what?
I never thought that, but he's a baller.
I had to defend him a couple of times, though. Listen, I know this season he's not been doing well in it, but I ain't going to pretend the last 2 seasons we weren't comparing him to KDB.
That'd been incredible.
Goals, yeah, he was getting. So I can't just base this one and just say he's rubbish now, innit? Like, he's a good footballer. He's just poor, innit? Come back from his injury and he's just dead food at the moment, bro. But yeah, you're asking about 2 players. At least when we went through those seasons, we still had Hendo, we still had Mane, Salah, Alisson, Virgil, Robbo. Like, we had players in the team like Fab, like Bobby. We had the guys in the team who were like, okay, let's dust ourselves off, let's go again. Dust ourselves off, let's go again. These man, you're telling me Declan Rice and Gabriel, bro, is going to dust themselves off and go again.
I don't want to diss Arteta here, but it's hard to pick how inspiring he is as a manager. So when we had Klopp, we could hear him in the press conferences, and obviously the team, they would speak about how he was and stuff like that. I've seen Arteta in the documentary.
I haven't watched it. What did you make of? Like, obviously you watched it. Yeah. I haven't watched the Arsenal one. What was he like?
Documentary. He's very detailed in it. Comes from the school of Pep, so you can imagine while they were killing it and he was the number 2, it made sense. But the difference is, Pep could get the players to buy into something because he's Pep. He had already won stuff at Barca and Bayern and all that stuff. Comes from the school of Cruyff. But bro, how's Arteta supposed to get him to believe anything when the amount of time you've been managing us is how long you've been a manager? So how are you supposed to? If Klopp just came to Liverpool with no Dortmund experience and he's like, oh, yeah, this guy used to be the number 2 at Mainz and now he's our manager, you just be like, okay, They're like, this is good. We're playing different football. And after a bit, you're like, bruv, this what? We don't even know if you can get over the line because you've never got over the line in your life, bro.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the experience of going to like a different league or something and getting over the line and then coming to the Prem and going, listen, I've won a trophy before. I know how this. You've never done it, so I'm not dissing him because everyone has to start somewhere.
Everyone has.
Unfortunately for you started at one of the biggest clubs in England. You know what I mean? All Lampard and Gerrard and that, who were better footballers, and they've all started at like, you know what I mean, low-end teams. Actually, to be fair, Lampard went straight to he went Derby and Chelsea. But yeah, a little bit more experience. He doesn't know how to get people over the line. I don't even know if his man management's for everyone because obviously when he first got there, he had to get rid of like Lacazette and Aubameyang and that because, well, obviously their attitude in the matches, but they were probably thinking what we're talking about. Like, bruv,
did he get rid of like Guendouzi and all them guys as well? Like
Guendouzi, yeah, bruv, all them Teixeira, Aubameyang, Lacazette.
There was even players that left. I didn't even realize that left them, bro.
Put it this way, man. We got SZOBOSZLAI in the Real Madrid team. Man is a different footballer, bro. Like, it doesn't even... Every time I see him, I'm like, there's no way this is the same SZOBOSZLAI, bro. Sometimes he has stinkers. But I'm like, there's no way. This guy, I never saw this in the Prem from him at all, bro. But it's the same thing, man. Remember, some of them, man, won stuff in France. Aubameyang had won with Dortmund. So he's just coming here like, bro, you're not even that much older than us yet. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And then you got McLaren won something. Not to mention, even if they don't care about that trophy, he's got their respect straight away because clearly he's not changed everything in the club. He's not gone around changing. I don't want this office here anymore. And see that trophy, I don't want. See that Shankly trophy, turn that around. I don't want it anymore, bro. Yeah, I mean, if Slot started getting like Johnny Heitinga sprayed on the outside of Anfield, I'd be like, this prick, bro. But these men have got like the set piece coach sprayed on the wall and that, bro. How have you got man immortalized when he ain't done anything?
No, but that's mad because do they even have Arteta sprayed on the wall?
I don't think so.
So you had the set piece guy, but not Arteta, bro.
You don't have Tony Adams sprayed on the wall, blood. I mean, I know he's got a statue in that, but some of them man ain't got a mural, bro. Win something first, and even if you win something, you still wouldn't put the set piece coach on the wall. Like, we won the league, we won the Champions League. We ain't got Linders who sprayed the Anfield like the Albert Docks. That's craziness, bro. That's absolute craziness, bro.
Nah, that's mad. Big up to Abdul, man. What do you think about these players? Are you saying that these men to leave, Abdul, or are you just saying what we just think about them in general? Harvey Davis, he can be sold. Yaros, I'd say send him out alone. It looks like there's a goalkeeper there. Kelleher, I would want to keep. Obaya, he can be sold. Kwanzaa, keep. Bradley, keep. Gomez, I'm kind of 50-50 with Gomez at the moment. I don't know yet. Tsimikas, I don't have an issue with him, but I know either him or Robbo will leave because we'll get another. McConnell has massively changed in my opinion because before, when I first saw him, openly said, I don't think he's it.
He's a baller.
Yeah, now I can go, okay.
The only thing I'm going to say about McConnell, bro, as much as I think it's a baller, I feel like he might be one of those ones that Edwards and Hughes pull a blinder and get like a young 20 mil.
I'm mad in there, innit? Like 30 mil.
Yeah. You know that off, bro. He's a good man.
Morton, I wanted him to get an opportunity because I think there's a baller there, but I know he's not going to get the opportunity. Yeah, plus, he's injured now. Jones, I would keep. Elliott, with Elliott, I want to keep Elliott, but at the same time, just based off of him not playing enough, I don't know where his headspace is at the moment. And if we want to get better players in and improve, but Harvey's mad young.
Elliott's one's weird because I think he wouldn't want to leave at all. But you know that he's an ambitious guy in it. So if the game time starts getting to him, I mean,
which he has, bro. I don't know, has he even played like even close to 90 minutes in the Prem?
Nah, and in all fairness to Slot at the beginning, there was a couple of injuries in it.
He had an injury that took him out for 3 months. So yeah. You go, all right, cool. But after that, bro, Jesus Christ. Endo, you want to improve that position in it. I'd love him to be here, but can't hold players in it. If you're going to get a DM in, then he's not going to play, is he? Realistically,
he's a G though.
Chiesa, bro, I don't. He can't get minutes, bro, at all. He can't get minutes. He can't get mid, bro.
I'm just gonna have to take my love for Chiesa and keep it to myself, bro. Because
have a lie. We just have a little.
Yeah,
they're mugging him off, bro. Bro.
He's
like I keep looking at the bench here. You know when there's one sub left.
Yeah,
and then you hear the commentators like, I think Liverpool's lined up a sub here. I'm like, it's gonna be Chiesa. I'm like, I can start him again, bro.
No, Sam, I get excited. Like it's so mad, yeah. And I feel like I know they're dickheads as well because they pan to him on the bench and he's got that little like, oh, not me. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I saw Salah like, when they're gonna bring Salah up, Salah looks up. I'm like, it's quantum, man.
I said, no, bro. So he's fit now, but he ain't even getting game. But I still feel like he'll get minutes in it. And I feel like he's going to have something to say in the season.
You know that
when it is, I don't know. But I feel like
I'm going to say this, bro. Based on how Chiesa's been at the moment, is he only played one Prem game? I don't
even know if he's played, bro. That's how bad it is, bro. It's getting bad now.
No, because you hear what I'm going to say, bro. Like, if he doesn't play, he can't get a Prem medal. He needs 5 games, innit?
So we'll run. No, I think we'll start running it. I think they'll start running it late on, innit?
Does not look like the kind of geezer to start running anything, bro. This geezer ain't
bro, he has to, bro.
No, bro, I'm telling you, bro. He's going to look at the bench. Like, nah, you just can't have a medal, bro.
When it comes to that stage, I'm expecting someone in the team or backroom staff will be like, listen, for everyone to get a medal, these men have to, and you're going to start seeing all of a sudden Chiesa getting subbed on in every game to get up those appearances. That's what I feel is going to happen, Sam. When they know it's like, all right, we've got this. This is sewn up now, or it's win this and it's done. That's when you're going to see like just subbed on games.
Bro, if we... Hopefully, we win the season with like 4 games to spare, and the man them were celebrating. Some of them had some champers, some didn't. And then, come on, man, because this is.
So can he? Okay, V. No,
I will say one thing though, and what is quite funny, I was thinking of as well. And you all like this, isn't it? It doesn't matter what anyone says.
Mm-hmm.
Nunes is lifting that Premier League trophy, bro, and you can't do nothing about it, bro. You can't do nothing about it, bro. And it doesn't matter whatever happens. If he leaves, goes to Saudi, goes to Italy, goes to Spain, he's going to have a Premier League title under it. He's going to have a League Cup and a Premier League title, which means, oh, mate, this is a beautiful thing, bro.
Price tag high in it if he wins the Premier League.
High price tag, bro.
You have to come. You have to come
properly. I think you know the crown on top of the Prem title. I hope he puts it on as well, but runs around with it, do the aeroplane thing. Yeah.
You know it's crazy because I think everyone would just love him. And I
think so as well.
Was it North Red? North, yeah. Was it North? Yeah. And he said about, obviously I think just at the moment in it where everyone's suffering from PTSD, it just feels like there's a lot of hate towards the players. We don't really mean it, but it just, you know what I mean. But
bro, we might get to the Champions League final, bro, and I'll be in that squad too, blood. Bro, I swear to God, because we were in the League Cup final, bro. If Nunes leaves the season with the treble, bro. Oh my God, Nunes, Wataru, Harvey, all you man, dissing man, bro. If I swear to God, bro. Anyhow, Nunes and Wataru leave with the treble medals and that, bro. It's a long day for everyone, bro. You can't talk to man. Man said, yo,
you can't even speak to them. All right, Jota. Yeah, I don't know, man. Jota just needs to just sort his life out right now, bro. I know.
Yeah, I love Jota, man.
Yeah, like I'd love to keep him, but if this man can't stay fit, there's no point in me just holding players in it. Nunes, we go, sell. Diaz, I'd love for him to stay.
Jota might turn into a permanent bench player, bro. No, that's my future for Jota. That's what I think. It's not about him not being good enough to play up front. But if you're not going to be available most of the time, then Liverpool are going to have to think, listen, we should just go with a striker and see what happens. And that's what the best teams do. So if we did get Gyökeres or Ishak, someone like that, they're the main one. Jota, you're instantly going to be on the bench now, bro, because you're not even going to be fit enough to like argue the case. But it does mean that when you do look at the bench, then we got a lethal team. If you bring in a top striker and Jota's the backup, I ain't mad at it, bro. You have to bring in someone who can stay fit too.
Facts. Diaz, as I said, I'd want him to stay, but if he wants to leave, he leaves. I know where he's leaving to go to, bro. Hey, and they'll love him over there, I tell you that much. By Setic, I'm looking forward to seeing him back.
I can't wait for him to come back. I think he's perfect for Slot's team as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see it. I know you watched the game last time at some Barcelona. I know you didn't want to miss that.
When I watch Barcelona games, I have no hope of like, he got to like the 79th minute and it was 0-0. So, bro, I already know what's going to happen in this game, bro. Got up to make a cup of tea, you scored. For fuck's sake, bro. This is why I can't even be bothered, bro. Because obviously early in the day, I saw that Atleti were top of the table, then they won. And I was like, fuck, the pressure is on us. And we got Girona, bro. They're not shit. But if you saw Modric's goal in it.
Yeah, that was disgusting. The chest and then the volley, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Remind me, was it the one against us or was it Arsenal? The one he scored like that in the Prem.
Yep.
Just from far out and then just hit the top bin.
And now you got that Mbappe and Vinny partnership.
Oh, yeah, that's looking saucy still. I can't even lie. That combination is sauce now. Ramsey, I think they'll sell him.
The Ramsey one stinks in it. I wanted to see him play as well. I like him.
Yeah, it just makes no sense now, innit?
I think maybe I need to stop. You know what it is? It's because when we have conversation, if I'm not just talking to you, everyone starts like, oh, he's shit. And I'm like, none of them are shit. But real talk, if I'm talking about Liverpool sustaining something going forward, then yeah, they need to improve on a lot of the players on it. People like Bajcetic, I've seen it already, so I'll keep him. But yeah, I guess Ramsey and all that. Doak's another one on it, but I guess
Doak. I want to because
he's lethal, bro.
He's interesting, bro.
He's lethal. In it.
He's a problem. Look, and I don't know about the long term in terms of like long term. I don't think he comes into the team next season and he has to play. But what I do look at him as another loan, possibly to a Premier League, and then after that,
because he's still so young.
He'll still be young.
And before everyone does that, all these loans, bro. Do you remember when Harry Kane was on loan back in the day when he was on loan for Tottenham all the time? He was on loan to the point I didn't know he was a Tottenham player, bro. I swear to God, bro. I just thought this guy was just going through these different clubs. And then I think it was when he got to Leicester. And there was said to I was like, oh, he's a Spurs player. But remember, Spurs weren't that Spurs at the time.
Yeah.
We saw how that ended. He's ended up being one of the best strikers in the world. I'm not saying everyone's going to be a Harry Kane, but people like Doak, bro, he's got something different about him, man. And he might not end up being a Liverpool player. He might end up playing for like Nottingham or Palace, someone like that, Fulham. But he's got something, man.
Yeah, he's not. You don't look at him and go, this kid is shit. Like all he needs now is just to develop the end product side, and I think that will happen. And look, he's scoring goals and assisting in the championship.
Yeah, exactly. Big man football.
He's doing well.
I've talked about thingy as well. Jayden Dancy's only just gone out on loan, and so I'd keep him. I'd probably send him on another one actually.
Yeah, and where is the other one? LK Kumas, bro. He's my favorite.
He's a baller, innit?
Bro.
He's a baller, bro. He's a baller, bro.
Yeah, he's the one I've kept a nice close eye on, bro. Like he's good, man. He's definitely good. So it'll be interesting to see when Bajcetic comes back, Ben Doak comes back, Kumas comes back, Jayden Danns. Those are like the four you would say you want to kind of see what they're about. Even like I know Rio's so young in it, but even him as well. I'm looking to see what happens in the summer.
The stocks are there, bro. I'm trying to get him to sign my shirt now, blood. I'm not trying to fuck around, bro. This kid, bro.
You know in it, bro. Like he's gonna be.
He's the coldest, bro. Like I'm out here flying the flag to make sure no one forgets about him, bro. Because I wanted him in the squad now, bro. He's the coldest, bro. How your son? His son's just like
this guy,
the original Rio. You know the vibes.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. Big up, but it's just. I just can't wait to see what these boys do when they come back for preseason. And then you're going to have oh my days, man said we forgot about it. And like Trey and them Monday as well.
Trey's, I already know with Trey, he stays in and out. Trey's another one though, I will say, like, depending on how Liverpool go forward, what they're doing, he's somebody like, if you can get him to a team where you know he's going to play games, I would send him out. Bro. I swear, bro, because all it is with him is physicality. He's got it. He knows where to put his body in. He's just not big enough yet. So I'd get him out there, man. It doesn't have to be England either, man. Like, stop sending them to just, you know what I mean?
Because if you're not gonna, if you're not gonna play them or start them, just send them. As I said, we don't need to. Because I know a lot of people are like, just sell them. But unless you're selling them and reinvest them, we have to think about the future as well. We can't. We're not doing a Chelsea thing where we're buying these youngsters and then just selling them. We're buying them to actually build a future. We want the next. We want the next 5 or 6 to come through the academy and they're ready. Like
We've
instead of
seen it.
just
We've
trying
seen it as well because
to
that's
win it
with
again.
what's the Chelsea, all the Cobham youths and that, bro, from Chelsea.
Mm.
That's what they did. They were out unknown when we didn't know there was out unknown. We just thought they were random players, and then all of a sudden, I mean, they come back to Chelsea. Some of them came back to Chelsea, did decent, and then ended up getting sold once they were a little bit older and that. Now they're all spread out. They're all everywhere, bro. Like, I know they're older now, but Loftus-Cheek, these men are in Italy, and they're everywhere, bro. That's what you want from the players, bro. Like, if you have to loan them out till they get better, to at least let the market value go up. You don't just want to sell them while they're that young. Nah. Let them get the development.
They are good. Like, I don't want to sell Ben Doak. Like, even when I saw the price and then when even I was like, nah, bro, because unless you're telling me that money is gonna go towards and go and get a like a bad boy player, all right, I would accept it and it will soften the blow a bit. But if you're just telling me just to sell him for selling him's sake, I'm like, nah, bro, I think he'll be worth way more than that in the future.
You know that
like,
after the last thing we said on the last show was me saying that the last thing I said to the last show was they spent all this time Carvalho talking about being the 10. Now he's in thinking he can't even play. The next game he scored, bro.
He scored, yeah. Every time man speak about him, he gets, you know what I mean, he gets his goals, bro. And I respect it, man. But even him this season as well, man, like he could have probably even gave something as well, you know. But
I told you it felt like he would be. It was a weird one because he was probably the best player in pre-season, which was weird.
Him and Harvey,
yeah. And then he goes to Brentford. Felt like it would have been the right team still, but as I said to you, all of a sudden Damsgaard came back on smoke blitz because he was injured for a while, and he, you know what I mean. Everyone saw him in the World Cup prior or the Euros, whatever it was. Like, oh, this kid looks cold. He was mashing up the Euros. All of a sudden, yeah, that's what you get from Carvalho. Do you think Doe can go Dortmund?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Maybe. I think
they sell Gittins, innit? They sell Gittins, then possibly.
Yeah. Gittins is a baller, man.
Gittins already a Chelsea player as well, isn't he?
Yeah. And then you got Duranville and them, man, bro. And they're everywhere, bro. Just Dortmund's man them FC still. Man, they didn't realise, bro. It just ends. It's good for them though. It's good if you know. I mean, some people don't care about the players. They just use them as like commodities and that. I'm not really like that still. Like, don't get me wrong, I joke and that, but I care about the players. They're only young, so it's a good experience for them anyway, bro. To go abroad, pick up.
We do need a foreign club though. Like, I know obviously, like Basis has gone out to 2 different clubs over the transfer windows and stuff, but I feel like we do need a really good, like a Dortmund link, bro. Like, and that's where we send. I'm not saying they'll just go, oh yeah, we'll take whatever in it, but I mean, somewhere you can go. Like, I can see this guy being a top talent, but we need the right environment for his development, and then send him somewhere that you know the tutelage is going to be good. Like, the championship ones are good, but the next move, if you're not going to keep them in the team, which is going to be very difficult based on the squad we have now, is it have to be a Premier League club. It has to be somewhere in Europe where they can go and actually go and express themselves. They can't spend another season in the championship. Like, that wouldn't make. They've already done it. Kumas is going to do it. Ben Doak has now done it. Another season there ain't going to help their development. I think from that point, they need to go somewhere abroad, but in a good team where they could possibly play in Europe or a bit of Champions League, or Europa League. If not, play them in the Prem, and at least then you can close eye on them, bro. See what they're doing in the Prem. Maybe a newly promoted team or something along those lines where they're going to be able to go and express themselves, and then you can be like, "Right, that's our guy," you know. It's our guy cooking these, man.
I agree 100%, man. There's such a fine line between like the Championship and the Prem because there's a middle ground in it. Some seasons in the Prem, a couple of the teams still seem like Championship teams. Like Leicester's a Championship team pretty much, and we had it last season with Luton. It was a Championship team all the way through. So Southampton too. So they're like, you could go and play for them teams because it doesn't really matter. But yeah, man, it doesn't always work out like that. And because those managers don't do so well, they get sacked. So you send a lone player there, the manager gets sacked. The new manager comes in, you don't want anything to do with that player, or you know what I mean. So, and they're trying to stay in the league, so they ain't got time to be just trying out players. Leicester's gone straight back down, bro. It's a shame still, but I don't know what Van Nistelrooy is doing, but
Van Nistelrooy, I saw like that. I don't even think it showed like a graph of their last like 6 or 7 home games, bro. They ain't even scored.
It's horrible.
I said, what, bro? They're just getting slapped.
It's horrible, bro. Like I said it to my son the other day, man. There's not much experience in there apart from like Vardy, a couple of the fullbacks and that. Vardy's still cooking, bro, but you can't have him as your main guy now. You need some other attacker. People like Ayew and that, like it starts to look like you're just grabbing players from everywhere. Ayew, we know, like when it's all said and done, he's going to be one of the players you look back. He was a good player, Ayew, isn't it? Both of them. But now you're still using Ayew in 2025. That doesn't make sense, bro. That doesn't make sense. I don't know, man. I think honestly, if you take Schick now, he's good for Leverkusen off the bench, but I wouldn't take Schick, bro. I don't think we should buy players for the bench, to be honest. If they end up on the bench, fine, but
buy them starting 11, and then if they're
better than the first team, it becomes the bench player. If not, they become the bench player. But I wouldn't buy him for them. And Lewis Hall, baller, bro.
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah.
Big up Kate Winslet. Big up Young Rose, not Old Rose, because she's a bitch and she threw the heart of the sea in the sea blood. She pissed me off with that.
Yeah, that's sitting there somewhere, bro. Unless someone's gone and got it, but it's probably sitting.
300 million it'll be worth now.
300 million, you know.
Yeah, and this whole
man.
Before she died, but I say big up to young Kate Winslet, bro.
Big up, man. Yeah, big up.
You like no Young Rose or special blood, you know, like that, bro. Antarctic Queen blood ain't scoring, I ain't going, bro. You get me, bro.
I saw it on what was it on? It was on TV the other day, and I started cracking up because it just straight away reminded me of you. I was like, yeah, Sam must be watching this. I said, nah. But yeah, listen, man, Liverpool 11 points clear. Just enjoy the day, guys. Enjoy the night. Enjoy until we play Newcastle, and then we can start the whole process over again and start anxiety, the stress, whatever it is that you guys, you know, are coping with currently until we actually win the title. But yeah, if we go and beat Newcastle, man, at home, which I expect us to,
bigger game than City.
We was close to doing it away from home, bro. We was close. A little flap from Kelleher and a mad little sliding at the back post from a certain Shaw. And other than that, I think we would have just collected the 3 points still.
Agreed.
But we're at home. We got the home fans. I think the home fans that's going to be in the stadium is going to make a hella noise. But they got some bad boys in the team, man. They got Isak. They got Gordon that you, man, love. They got Murphy. Man, they're scoring goals right now. They got their midfield, man. So, but it's going to be Anfield, isn't it? It's a different, you know what I mean?
If Gordon knows what's right, bruv, he's a Liverpool fan. If he knows what's right, you know them way down.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes you have to just.
Sometimes, bruv, I heard what he said the other day on Thingy, the League of German. That man said, asked him like, "Yo, you got Everton fans in your family?" And that he said, "Nah." He said, "Not one of them are Everton fans." Like, so about when you played? Like, nah, they're all, as long as I score, but they still want me to lose. Said, oh, man said, like, if I play against Liverpool, bro, they want me to score, but as long as I lose, bro. And there's like, they're just sit in like the box and they sit with the Liverpool fans. Bruv, Gordon, if you know what's good for you, bro. You know what I mean? If you
that's why he wanted that move so badly.
If Gordon misses a sitter in this game, there might be a space on the left wing for you in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, man, we're 2-1 up, and he cuts in off the left and goes, "Let me just hit this corner flag, do the Jota thing."
Ishak might wait for the young sweaty pass and that, and he just kicks it out, blood.
Yeah, you know, and look at the ground like the bobbling that.
Yeah. Hey. Gordon, do what's right, bruv. Do what's right, bruv. Because I know man will be at the parade in disguise, blood.
Hey, the man said the whole family is Liverpool, bruv. As long as I score, they want me to lose. You know how mad that is, bro. For your family members, that's when you know it.
I respect it so much, though. Because if your Real got into like United and that, bruv. I know when United play Liverpool, you still want United to lose, bruv.
Yeah, of course, bro.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
You want Real to do some Diallo shit? Like, yeah, play like Diallo. Do ball out, but just don't win the game.
Yeah, I just praise your performance. As I said, innit, it's individual battles, innit? As long as you do your thing, bro, I'm cool with that, man. But you might need to lose same way. Like, even if it's for the title, bro, and it's like, that's probably where I'll be like, I don't know, innit? Maybe. But even then, I'll be like, nah, I'd rather my team win still.
Anyhow, Arsenal don't beat Nottingham and Liverpool beat Newcastle on that day, bro. It's bruv, trust me, Anfield. And now you gotta believe us. And now you gotta.
Do they play the same time?
We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league.
I am saying that we were singing it today, but I don't believe it, bro.
Yeah, there was.
They were singing it today.
Yeah, they stayed in the stadium singing it as well. when everyone, it was just like a group of Liverpool fans left. Every Man City fan had left, they're still singing. You know what I mean? Through the speakers. Oh no, son, la 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 la. Oh, it's about to go down, bruv. And I know man are gonna see you on the parade a different slot, you know, bro. Man's gonna come out in a polo shirt with glasses and a cigar, bruv. Said, yo, you the same Donny? He's like, yeah, I had to keep calm in the season. It's about, you know what I mean? About to let my hair down, my hair follicles and that. You get me?
I have to let the hair follicles down.
Oh, yeah,
we're playing at what, 8:15. Them late night Anfield games under the lights.
You know, like that, bruv. Bear, yeah. Bear WWE entrance, you know. Man, like slightly too hotty in that, bruv. He's about to cook, bruv. It's long day still.
Bro, we won. Bro, you know it's one of them games where you look at and you go, nah, man, I don't know. But
Newcastle, bro, I'm not making this up, bro. Out of all the games, Newcastle is the one I was like, nah, bro. Like, I thought we'd beat Man City anyway. I was like, Newcastle, bro. I can't trust these fuckers. But then I'm like, we're at Anfield and yeah.
That's the only, that's kind of the only, because I look at obviously the first half against them, we weren't good, but the second half we were good, and we should have cleaned up them points. They just slide out.
Salah didn't start that game though,
and then now
because him and Trent came on in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Was it him? No, Trent definitely come on, didn't he, in the second half?
Was Salah start that game?
We can double check.
I thought Salah came off the bench for some reason.
We'll double check that one.
You're probably right though, because Salah always starts. That's what am I talking about?
Let me look. I'm looking at the Forest. So Arsenal and Forest, but they play at 7:30. So they're playing what 45 minutes. So we should know half time when we're kicking off. Half time it should be like 2-0 to Forest, and then we'll be like
Langa, you know them way there.
Yeah, a little Langer and a little Chris Woods and that. Yeah. We'll take that still, man, and then wrap it up later down with a little, you know what I mean? A little, Gibbs White and that.
I'm telling you, bro. Because if Arsenal lose and we win, it's like broski. Because then it's a perfect 11 points. It's not the fake 11 points. It's not the game in hand 11 points. It's 11 points. Bro.
11 points, isn't it?
And then you wait for Liverpool to lose 3 games out of the last 12 or something. Ha! Good luck with that shit. And not only that, you're waiting for us to lose them games and you have to win all of them. And we've lost 1 game all season.
And their reliance right now is they're relying on when we get Martinelli and Saka.
I heard them Saka's back in. Shut up.
But I'm like, you think these guys are going to come back and hit the ground running? Is that what the expectation is?
I'm going to say to you that as well. Don't let Arsenal fans fool you, bro. Because most of the games they've lost or drawn this season was when Saka was there, bro.
Exactly. So exactly, bro.
Yeah, don't be trying to pretend that, when you lost Saka, you started drawing and all that. Dickheads, bro.
You man were drawing and losing games way before that, bro.
I don't like Saka deserves better, bro. That's what I think.
Hey,
man put his whole kneecap on the line. His whole patella tendon's been on the line for 3 seasons. Blood. Ran into the ground, playing with injections and injuries and that, bro. And not a trophy, blood.
They got.
I swear when he won the trophy, I swear when they won the FA Cup, he was at right back. Back when?
Left. Was it left wing back?
Left wing back or something, bro.
Right wing back, son.
It wasn't even the Saka that we know now, blood. It was a different.
Not the real Saka. That was a fake one. Hey, listen. So then, man, they got Forest away, and they got PSV, and the PSV is gonna be balling out against.
Don't be too sure about PSV. Though PSV might beat them, blood.
Then they have to go to Old Trafford. Then they have to go back and play PSV again. Then they got Chelsea at home. Fulham.
Because it's at Old Trafford, it ain't the easiest, bro. I know Man U are shit. I know that much. They are shit.
Yeah,
but all the need in that game is a young Bruno to turn up, and it's long, bro.
Because Man United have that little thing about them, innit?
They're
shit, but they can be good on the day. They shit, but they can be good.
And their fans hate Arsenal, bro. So just the atmosphere alone, innit? That smells of a young. Hear me out, bro. That smells of a young Harry Maguire header at the 88th minute, blood. You know them way there, sinking feeling and that. Man, you handing Liverpool the title is a beautiful thing, bro. I hear it still.
Oh man, and then obviously we just need to deal with it. We just need to deal with Newcastle. Then we got PSV away, blood. PSG, sorry. We got PSG, and then we're back home against Southampton. Then we're home again against PSG, and then we're at Anfield South against Newcastle in the League Cup. Then we got Everton at home again, and yeah, bro.
What's the gap between the final and the Everton game? Like 3 days?
No, way more than that. We played them on the 2nd of April, and the cup final was on the 16th of March.
Oh, is that the international break between them?
That'll be the international break. And do you know what I need from the listen, man? I know you man ain't watching the podcast and the streams, man, but international managers, bro, just allow our players, man. Like, just be like, you don't need Virgil, you don't need Gravenberch, you don't need Cody Gakpo, you don't need these man to go.
Yeah,
like,
France play Saliba and someone.
Yeah, play Saliba and the other Donny, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Canate don't need to be captain for these games. But what is it? Yeah. Is it qualifiers or is it just friendlies?
Oh, bruv, if it's a friendly, it'll piss me off.
If it's friendlies, I'll allow it, blood.
Yeah, like slots to be like, yo, I think even down to the players as well, man. And I know these man, like
Virgil can't do it. It's captain. He won't.
No, Sav, I don't care, bro. Like, look, listen, bro. If it's not a qualifier, run the next Donnies, bro. You know I'm gonna be playing anyway. We got a league to win. Let me just rest off, man. Let me
you
rest
know
off.
Me, blood. I only care about England, bro. So I couldn't give a fuck about their countries, bro. One your country. You better play for this. Yeah. Couldn't give a shit, bro.
Yeah, and then
especially the man that ain't gonna win the World Cup and Euros anyway. We know you're not gonna win.
And then McAllister and Diaz and all these men have to travel
South
America now, bro. Sobo has to go.
Yeah, bro. Sobo and that. You ain't winning no Euros or World Cup, so just stay behind, blood dickhead, bro. If you don't
let us know, man. Is it? Okay, Netherlands play the Nations League playoff versus. I don't need Virgil playing
Nations League, bro.
Why are they putting it there, bro? We got fucking Prem to win, man.
Nations League in there, bro. I swear to, bro, don't mess with me, but I swear to God, I'm not trying to see man come back. It's, bro, when they got international break, the Salah have some like Egypt World Cup qualifiers or something.
No, but to be fair, last time they just said, "Yo, big man, just rest off in it." Like they let him just rest.
Yeah, because you already know that's the only time Salah ever gets injured, bro. It's always
even with him, he's like Ballon d'Or is about around the corner as well. They might be like, "Yo, if he wins Ballon d'Or, he'll big for the country as well." Yes, exactly. So let him rest. Like, bro, we got games to win, bro. Because if we beat Newcastle, beat Southampton, beat Everton. Oh yeah, but then the after that one, then that's the thing in it, the international.
That Salah Ballon d'Or, boy, that's gonna come down to the Champions League, bro. I know it, bro.
I just want to win these games, Sav, man. I just want to them home games for me, bro. Just win them.
7 home games left, bro.
7 home games.
That's 20. That's 21 points, bro.
But even though, Sav, we're better away from home, bro. I even saw the
we lost the game all season.
Yeah, there was like Liverpool could go, or the only team to ever go unbeaten. No, we're the only team. No, it can't be because Arsenal went unbeaten.
That's the only Liverpool team to do it.
Yeah, to go unbeaten away from home the whole season.
Yeah.
How many more games do you have to play away from home to do that? Chelsea,
about
Leicester,
5, I think.
Fulham 3, Brighton 4.
I think it's 5 or 4 because we got 7 at home.
Yeah, 4 because Arsenal's at home, Palace is at home, Tottenham's at home, West Ham's at home. Everton's at home.
If you win every home game, that 21 points will make what we're on now 64. So that'll take us to 85 points, which would be enough to win the league anyway, I think. Yeah, 85 points enough to win the league anyway. We just win all them games, bro. Long days for them still. Like Arsenal and that, bro. Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go to our bed, bro. Nah, mate, that's gonna be jokes, bro. Man, Liverpool 2, City 0. Oh no, man, I ain't seen no Arsenal content yet, but I need to go and check some of it before I go to bed, just to see if the man them are right.
They're all lying to themselves. All of them are just like, yeah, I said it 3 weeks ago. We was out of the title race. All right, man. Arsenal fans are not even fun to watch anymore, bro. Honestly, bro. Shit. They're all characters, bro. They're doing the double down thing. Oh yeah, congratulations Liverpool for winning the league. Shut up, bro. Don't congratulate us, bro. I want your soul, bro. I want you buried, bro. You pussies, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, because I'm not one of them fans. I'm not one of the fans who talk a lot through the season to the other teams. That's how much I don't care about them. But when the job's done, oh God, bro.
Yeah, that's when it gets unbearable, isn't it?
You pussies, blood. Yeah, man. Bury them, digging holes and taking souls, bro. I've had enough of these cunts, bro. They're shit. I hate them, bro. Man, I have to understand that I don't dislike the club Arsenal, but their fans, boy. Oh my God, bro. I can't stand them, bro.
All right, man. So have you got any content? Hey, do you know his jokes? I was watching, no, not watching, but I was reading through the comments of the
the fatty.
Bro, it's jokes. I was hit, bro. I was crying in there. The comments in the I want to call her whatever she is, man. But the end of the rapper,
those are the F word, man.
Yeah, can't say the F word, but the rapper, that rapper thing, the thing that's a rapper in that. Yeah. That video is I'm still waiting, bro. I ain't seen no more. You know what I mean?
No, I got about 4 to do tomorrow.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, they're ready to go.
Okay, everyone, send me stories. Yo, man, everyone can get it still. I'll cook anyone, bro. Horses.
So he's saying just send you the material and.
Bro, see this. I'm a nice guy, man, but people can't be out here being entitled talking about. Bro, these man damn near brought this fatty a park bench to sit on, blood, in the studio talking about.
And I saw someone in the comments say, "Oh yeah, they pay for to go on the show," and I'm like, I didn't even know people pay to go on the breakfast show, the Breakfast Club. It's like, yeah, did you pay to get on there? And I'm like, raw. So people are just out here paying to just get on these. Okay, I hear it, man. I hear it.
Yeah, because they would never have brought her on just as a rapper. If she didn't have that social media thing with the taxi, they would never have brought her on, bro, because she's not good enough. I knew who she was before still. Because I remember the first video I saw of her, she was sitting on the back of a car with a dog. And I was like, yo, do not let the dog go under your leg, bro, because it's a long day still.
No, some of them guys, if you haven't seen it, man. Oh, let me go and get it. I ain't even gonna leave until let me just go and get that, because just read the comments, bro. Don't go in there if you're light-hearted though, because the comments are a bit.
What I really want to know is who's signed up to her OnlyFans, bro?
Wait, she got OnlyFans?
Yeah, she got OnlyFans.
Okay, fair enough.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Where's the video? Because I know you guys are lazy. We'll click on the page. I'm like, oh, where do they go?
I've been finding some nice stories, man. I told you, bro. I don't know how these how these catch Jack the Ripper 137 years later, blood. He's dead, bro.
Man trying to give him time and that.
Just let him, bro. He's dead, bro. Don't be trying to discover some serial killer when he's dead. It's long, bro. Just trying to put smoke on some random don's name and that, bro. Yeah, he's dead, bro. But as you heard what I said, which was the truth, and you know I was right, bro. No, you didn't want to say it, bro, but he ain't on Dharma in that level, bro. He's got the name on the streets and that. Jack the Ripper, bro, but the name's called Jack the Ripper. But 3 kills, bro.
No, I got what you said about that as well, because that was interesting. Because I'm like, yeah, that's true. You know, he got like a big name, but at the time, but even then, I'm like, there was other guys that was doing madness that had more numbers to their name.
Bro, what my man King Von's got more than 3 kills, blood.
But yeah, that's the link for it. So guys, it's easy. I didn't even make it hard. I didn't just put the channel there. I put the link directly to the video. Go watch that video, bro, and go and read the comments, because some of
the comments are fucked up.
I saw one man said, "Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to find it." I said, "Right." No, when it landed, I get what you just said. Raw. I said, "Nah, that's dope, still, man."
That's brutal, man. I told you, man. Bring back bullying, bro, when it's needed. Do you get me?
Let me see. 128 votes on your man of the match. 128 votes. Yeah, Salah got it, man. 49%, Sobo 34%, Virgil 8%, and Arna Slot 9%. I threw him in there because I felt like his tactics were so cold. You had to give him man of the match, but Salah won, bro. 49%. So got to Salah again, bro. 50 goal contributions or 50 GA so far this season. That is mental.
Bro, it's honest.
20 and 30, blood. 20 assists and 30 goals. That's what man's on right now.
There's still bare games left.
Yeah, he's got 11 games plus the Champions League. Well, we got 2 quarters, 2 semis, a final. So that's what's that? 5. So yeah, that's 16 games, 1 final, 17 games left. We've got 17 games left.
In all competitions, I think he's got at least. Well, he ain't gonna score. I'll be interested to see if he scores in the final. Salah don't really do finals like that. Nobody stinks him up still.
Maybe this is the year, bro.
This might be the year still.
Maybe this is the year. He didn't get.
I think he's got about 9. I think he's got about 9 goals left in him and about 6 assists for the rest.
As long as he gets more than 20 assists in the Prem, man, I'm cool.
He's only got to get 4 more, I think, or
4
6
more. Yeah, 4 more. Is it 4 more or 6 more? Is he on 14 or is he on 16?
I think he's on 14. No, he got one today, innit? So there's 15.
Salah, blood.
Yeah, he got one today, so he's got 5 left.
Where is it? Where is it? How many GAs is he on? He's on 27 games and 41 at GA in the Prem. Oh, so he's only 9 elsewhere then. All right, I hear it, big man. Just 9.
All I'm saying is, anyhow he finishes on like 19 assists, bruv. We know about the Premier League script, bruv. We know
They
about
don't
the
want to give him one. No, he has to get one where it's like they know.
Because they did that to De Bruyne, bro. When he got the 20th assist and that, and then they took it off him. And when you see how they took it off him, like, okay, I get it, but I've seen them give it to people this season.
Yeah, jokers, bro.
Hey.
Joke, man. All right, man. Make sure you guys go and watch that video, man. And then obviously Savage's other channel is pinned in the title, so it's easy light work, man. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe actually, no, I'll be tomorrow. I've got some recording videos I need to drop tomorrow still. When I get a chance, I will do it. And then Wednesday, bro, we go again. I don't know if I'll do a preview for it. I didn't do a preview for this one, to be fair.
Yeah, I was waiting for you build up to the show still. Didn't see it.
No, I didn't do it for this one. Why did I not do it? Was I too busy? I might have been just busy this week. But yeah, I'll definitely do one for the Newcastle one, man, because you know what I mean? We'll win that one, bro. Newcastle, we need to give them a little bit of payback, man. Didn't like how their Monday celebrated the way that they drew against us. Don't like the way that Isak and their Monday was moving still. So yeah, we gotta get some get back. But I don't know. As we said in it, what was it? How did we start off this run? We started off with a draw, a win, a draw, and then a win. I'm trying to jinx it, but maybe.
When we win the league, you need to bring out merch what says we haven't played anyone yet.
We haven't played anyone in it.
Come on.
And
just have the Premier League table with everyone ticked off and just say we haven't played anyone yet. Come on, bruv. Artistic Savage, bruv. You hear it?
Nah, that'll be mad still. All right, man. Guys, peace out.
Peace.